Yeah. Better know my head, but don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code we live in the game with them pitbulls. See the proof and how to give from the pit to the trophies. Every chain, every game. Don't talk about it, be about it. Be about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code we live in the game with them pitbulls. See the proof and how to give from the pit to the trophies. Every chain, every game. Don't talk about it, be about it. Be about it. Most wanted kennels in the spotlight. Danger alert, come with the name. Super kennels competition, all built for the fame. Work kennels was the work and work, while Cherokee kept the game strong. Evolution built a bloodline, where the heart come from. These dogs ain't hype, they the truth in the pit. Every pedigree stamp when them paws hit the street. Ain't no fairy tales, just that real yard grit. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the pit bull script. Shout the brothers with the backbone thick. Veer brothers, color brothers, Bishop brothers legit. They don't talk about it, they be about it every day. Put the work in and y'all let the results say. Them boys on the rise, yeah, the circle stay tight. Plow boys, wall boys, Havana boys in the fight. Different flags, same grind, same fire, same spit. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the litmus test.
Legend of doom, behind set tone. Locked tight, locked in, carved in stone. Church boys hold it with the pit bull gauge. Fruit colors on man, Sean B in the maze. Arsenal game deal, but your knife stay sharp. Only in America, walk them down, ram in the dark. DSK and metal, high dog, pound by hard. When they hit, praise to the men who rock this shit.
Don't talk about it, be about it.
Yeah, they live it.
Fat boy the legend, Bill Buster, real strong, southern bulldog, keep the bloodline long. Latin force pressure, sniper don't miss. Shaded day, shaded with a killer instinct. Twist, super night, power, unit whole rank. Boot camp, click hitting like a Sherman tank. Little fine with the vision. Tennessee dog pound, got their eyes on the pit. All legendary and lit as shit. Don't talk about it, be about it. Yeah, they built it brick by brick. Talk about it. Yeah, they built it brick by brick. Talk about it. Yeah, they built it brick by brick. Talk about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. Don't talk about it. That's the yard law, from the pups to the legends. Everybody stand tall. Every name on this track got a story that's lit. Don't talk about it, be about it.
Every name on this track got a story that's lit.
Don't talk about it, be about it.
Call this some legendary pit bullshit. Pit bullshit. Pit bullshit. Pit bullshit. Pit bullshit. Pit bullshit.
It's Mo and Mike in the house.
Going hard with the legends. Paying homage, you know. Yo. Twins Mo and Mike, we running this game. Legends in the making, never gonna be the same. Kennels popping hard, these game dogs raised right. The brat, pretty mama, they shining so bright. LeMayday, what a day, they breathe the heat. Red Ruby L-Rod, they can't accept defeat. With 38 special and yellow bird, we top tier. Champions, grand champions, ain't no fear.
Run the register of merit, we got the elite. Mayday bug Jeep, yellow Frisco, feel the beat. Females like honey bunching awesome, baby, we tight. Bloodline strong, spreading knowledge, taking flight. Scratch to win, don't talk, be about it. We the real deal, you know it's no doubt about it.
KPTO, the modern Earl Tudor. Got in the pack, making moves like a tutor. APT, family thick, like legends in the game. Legend of them, Triple M. Shout out the name, Deep South, Roadblock. We upholding tradition. Mama, Southern Kennels, we got that ambition. Hardcore hitters, Stone City brings the fire. The Abrahams, the fam lifting us higher.
Run the register of merit, we got the elite. Mayday bug Jeep, yellow Frisco, feel the beat. Females like honey bunching awesome, baby, we tight. Bloodline strong, spreading knowledge, taking flight. Scratch to win, don't talk, be about it. We the real deal, you know it's no doubt about it.
Listen up, respect the hustle, respect the grind. Ben, Nate, dog, putting in work intertwined. Keeping that legendary status alive, you feel? Don't hate on the ride, catch the bus, we keep it real. What's history without a future? We pay the way, Captain. We make it happen, that's the play.
So here's to the champions, run the race, stand tall. Twins Mo and Mike, we gon' answer the call. Legends in the game, yeah, we holding it down. In the world of game dogs, we wearing the crown.
Run the register of merit, we got the elite. Mayday buck Jeep, yellow Frisco, feel the beat. Females like honey bunching awesome, maybe we tight. Bloodline strong, spreading knowledge, taking flight. Scratch to win, don't talk, be about it. We the real deal, you know it's true, no doubt about it.
Shout out to Ohio Cash, the man with the plan, Rastaman Boom, Schoolboy, aka the. There's levels to this game. Develop your game. Develop your game. Develop your game. Develop your game. Rob, 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 rob.
We in the trenches, feel that hunger in the air.
Yeah. Welcome to the yard. If you're tough, you can stare. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Welcome to the yard. Where the chain spot shine, bloodlines run deep. Every pedigree's prime. The game APBT, worldwide pride. You come correct or stay the hell outside. Legacy made. We grind, we hustle. Twin bosses, Mo and Mike locked in the scuffle. Yeah, we run the yard, iron fists and grit. When the sun comes up, no, we never gon' quit. Dudo and Devo, legends carved in stone. Patrick Bolio made the yard they home. Tanned and yellow, they whisper through the trees. Echoes of greatness, feel that legacy breeze. Going hard, going hard. Yeah, we run this yard, nothing but the best. We don't play it soft, bloodline stack heavy, 52 waist strong in this dog-eat-dog world. We know where we belong, the yard where greatness prevail. Pressure creates knowledge and hard work. It's how history bakes, all on the fucking deal. Pressure creates knowledge and hard work. It's how history bakes. Tails in the dirt, every chain spot turn, lessons learned hard. Like the scars we earn, no shortcuts taken. Champions ain't bought, just blood and sweat. This legacy taught from Mayday to Ace, Buck to G. Every warrior counts, we ain't losing no sleep. Heat like a furnace, knowledge is the key. In the yard we trust, we got the pedigree. Feel the intensity, blaze in the fight. In the shadows of the yard, we rewrite the night. From the ring to the chain, we like kings cut out. Mo and Mike, every victory's what we shout. Going hard, going hard. Yeah, we run this yard, nothing but the best. We don't play it all, bloodline stacked heavy, 52 waist strong in this dog-eat-dog world. We know where we belong, the yard in the dirt. Yeah, knowledge and hard work. It's how history made y'all in the dirt. Yeah, knowledge and hard work. It's how history made. Yeah, legacy in the dirt. Yeah, to that fame. The game APBT. Remember the name, so step back. If you can't handle the heat, the yard's going hard. Put the game on repeat. It's Mo and Mike. Kings in this game, going hard. Kennels forever ain't the same, nigga.
What up? What up? What? Y'all know what time it is. It's Hot Mic Friday. What up? Y'all don't forget to hit that like button. Big shout out to all my people out there on the back street. Big shout out to all my people out there in the Shark Tank. Y'all, it's Friday. Here. Oh, let me see who I got out there tonight. And like I said, my people on the back street, don't forget to hit that like button. Big shout out to my man Carlos Lee representing. What up, fam? Long time supporter, the one and only my man, Mr. David Morse in the house. What up, fam? Yo, big shout out to City Boy Kennels in the house. What up? My man, Mr. Paul Johnson. What up, fam? Big shout out to my man, Mr. Davis in the house. What up? What up, fam? my man said, I will try to stay on, but I have work tomorrow. But can you ask Triple M if his secret sauce contain beet juice or L-citrulline? Both do the same job. Big shout out to my man, Mr. Will Turner. What up, fam? You know what, though, Mr. Davis? I couldn't tell you if he would tell you or not. It's no guarantee he gonna tell you anybody about that secret sauce, because everybody's been trying. But put it like this. I keep it kind of. He give y'all the insights if you just listen to his own way he used to train himself. You know what I'm saying? Even Mo don't give up his secret, you know, that little secret potion you tell everybody about. But you can almost supplement it, know the supplements and what its actual purpose is, just based off on why they do it at the times that they do it. You know, if you're doing it before and then you're doing it after, what are you doing it? I mean, what are you doing? It has to be a reason. And that's why, you know, they don't try to give up everything, but I be trying to throw, you know, this things out there, because this thing ain't really all that complicated. Really, they can actually give you the whole entire keep without leaving out nothing. And it's no guarantee that you would get it right, because it's so much more that's not shared. The only way you'll really figure all this shit out anyway is just basically experience. The more you do it, the better at it you get, because you start understanding what you're actually doing, why you're actually giving them what you're giving them, what you expect to see. All that stuff comes all in just one big, you know, tidal way of knowledge once you start doing it. But I'm going to ask anyway, Mr. Dave, because you've been asking me and I've seen it. You had it in the comment. I think you had it in the last show, but I think I might have missed it, because you should have, if I had seen it then, you would have had your hardware. But just in case, I see you, fam. I would definitely throw that out there. My man TDK, he said that coconut oil. And then, Mr. Davis, it's not like you're not on the kind of the right track, because you came up with the citrulline and the beet juice. Okay. I would love to just hear why you picked those two things, because I know you understand what they are and basically what they do, because you just, you did say they do the same thing. You know, fill me in on what it do, because I just like to know, your situation, how do you think about those two ingredients that you brought up? I think you know a little bit of something. I just want to see what they actually do for you when you do use them. I'm telling you, I used to have to cut weight and have to refresh myself. And, when you're losing weight and you still have to wrestle every day and cut weight, there's got to be something that keeps me strong to be able to make it through the next day. Remember, they used to talk about that Gatorade shit. But nah, I told you, Andy Daniels from Ohio State, he was our wrestling coach, national champ. And he always knew that we always going to have problems cutting weight. But it's what he told us, what he told us to do to stay strong. And y'all would truly be amazed the magic of honey. Honey and an orange, shit. Let me tell you something. Honey and an orange will have your ass, and maybe it was a mind thing, because we all always felt like, man, if we don't make weight, we don't let the team down because we was on the winning squad. We left for school. They never won a football game, never run a wrestling match. And we went to another school because the other school, you know, that was just for a bunch of smart people. But I guess they thought we was too smart and too bad at the same time. But we went to another school closer to home. And I remember a lot of those guys was on that wrestling team in 1978. Well, we was there in 79. We wasn't there but 1 year. A lot of them guys went on to be some goddamn good wrestlers because they won the just Ohio State championship the next year, right after we left. But I learned a lot from them guys simply because I knew how to cut weight and be able to survive. And it did change when it got around the caliber of people that we was having to wrestle against. Remember, me and Mo walked right on that team and wind up starting. They just moved me up to 105 and moved Mo in at 98. And I think at that time, we had one of the baddest lightweights in the nation. I think it up to from 98 to 145 pounds. All of us was ranked in the nation. But I understand that thing about the cut and weight thing. And like Triple M and most of the other people, I heard Bakari say it because I know he was an athlete. You know, if you ever been in the service, think about it. They tear your body down to build you up. Tell them how they build you up. What do they feed you? You know you get 3 meals a day. You know, I never seen them go out. I know when the Marine Corps they did. You getting no special packet of energy juice or no creatine or no B12. Everything came in the food. So when you got everything in the food and they ain't giving up no supplements because I don't remember no damn supplements. You know, so they just basically fed you the right food, made sure you had 3 meals a day, made sure you had the rest, and then the rest was on you because it became a mental thing. So I think a lot of the things that most of the guys share on here, a lot of it, you got to put yourself in their positions and understand everything that they're telling you because they shouldn't really have to tell you everything. Not, I think they give enough information that if you kind of put yourself in those situations, you will figure it out because that's the only way you're going to find out and understand why they do the things that they do when it comes to this keep. A keep is what it is. It's like you preparing your fighter for that day, that special moment. Like in boxing, UFC, football game, basketball, any damn sport, you are responsible for the conditioning of that animal. And if you think you're going to walk in and win championships or win games with a half-assed game plan, then y'all know what that is. You can't hate on nobody. You got to understand your position, your place in the game. Remember, you're going to go through your ups and downs, regardless of it's climbing the wall, running the treadmill. There'll be some, even the confirmation shows. Is you going to give up just because you ain't won shit? Or you going to figure out a way that you can change that? Because that's what's important when you're dealing with these bulldogs. It ain't a matter of what you're doing and how you're doing it. It's just you got to have it in you to be bad, just as bad as the dog that you're trying to bring up. And so all the work, you hear enough of this out here, I got my man Triple M in the house. What up, big bro? He shared that love, came back for part 2. Had to get him back for part 2. I'm hoping my other brother out there, Mao, I would love to see, he usually sit in the back street, but I would love to see him pop up tonight. let me give this shout out the way right quick here before I get too far behind here. TDK Slim, what up, fam? My man Trevor Leahy in the house. What up, fam? My man Trevor said, enjoy Tuesday's show. Seemed like he thought he could have had his way with Barracuda if given a second chance. Right, you know I love this man. You know I love this man, but you know don't go psyching his head up. Don't even go psyching his damn head up.
You right.
You know, look,
we're gonna take that win and run. Okay,
we're gonna take that win right with us and run with it. No, you don't get no second chance. He might have wanted it, but when you beat the Triple M's, you get your shit and you get the fuck out the way.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't go back there testing you down, look, because that's all they waiting on. Just slobbering waiting for you. No, don't bring no other dog but that motherfucker you bought the first time.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to beat you. I'm trying to beat that motherfucker right there.
Oh.
A little too early for that shit. Big shout out to my man, the Hard Kennels in the house. What up, fam? Let me see here. Who else I got? Dana. Hey. What up, fam? Hey, big shout out to my man. Representing. That's 305. He said, but do you suppose to cut a lot of weight and then keep is the question? Oh, and what up, fam? What up, though, fam? Nah, check it out. Let me check it out, man. I said to cut a lot of weight because most of the time when we have dogs sitting on the chain, y'all know how it is, that generally be their natural weight. And so it's easier for you to pick your weight based on, you know, where he generally be at and how much you're going to take off. So I hear some people say they take, you know, keep them within 5, you know, but being we had a yard and they had a lot of chain space. Maybe that's why every dog you see we have, they be so big and thick and cocky because they definitely be on them thick chains and they definitely get in that work. But when you know, wrestling was a little bit different because I didn't wrestle all year long. You know, and we wasn't trying to pay attention because on our natural weight, even though I wrestle 105, I guarantee you I might wrestle on a Thursday and by Friday, I'm up to back almost about 110. By that Monday going into the next week, I'm having to bring my weight from 114 all the way back to 105. I got to be ready by Thursday. So, yeah, I wouldn't do a dog like that. But because of the dedication to the wrestling team, you know, and they kind of like depended on us to make them weights, you know, put a lot of heart, you know, it put a lot of work on us. I mean, I remember spending many nights in a green bag with the damn dryer hooked to the mug, and then leaving there, and at lunchtime go be sitting in the steam room, and the whole time I got one of the assistant coaches, which was most of the time Andy Daniels, my boy who wrestled. He was a badass too, Dodo. I think he went to Defiance, but he was like one of the. He went to Defiance, and it wasn't like Ohio State. It was one of the smaller colleges, but you know, when it came to down the nationals, they was both bad motherfuckers at what they did. But yeah, I feel you on that, Vance, because weight. No, I don't think weight really made a difference to them. Because I, you know, we never had an issue dealing with weight problems. I don't think we've ever.
I can tell you. Look, I was taking Epsom salt. When it comes to the dogs, I take my dog off the chain and go weigh him. And then I figure it out from there. It wasn't I was never a person for guessing and shit. You know, I kept the yard healthy. But when it came to pulling one off the chain, first thing I'm going to do is take him in there and weigh him and see where they at. Then that pre-keep, I bring them down to a weight that I want to see. If I want to see them at 36 or 40, I'm going to get them down to 40 and see what they look like in a pre-keep. Before I even pick a weight, before I even go out looking for somebody, I'm going to see what this dog look like. Because every morning after everybody eat, I'm out there on the four-wheeler. Every evening, I'm out there on the four-wheeler, knocking that weight down, letting them work a little bit to see what that weight look like on them. I want to see what it look like. You know, if it looks good on them, then that's the weight I'm going to run with. Yeah, once you start their career, you know, that's when you start trying to maintain that 5 pound thing. If once they out there, then you know, put 5 pounds on. I'll bring them up 5 pounds, you know, while they're resting. Because I can take that off in an 8-week keep, and I'm not have to worry about making weight, you know, because the dog gonna work that weight off. But before then, if you just taking them off the chain for the first time, and you're trying to pick the weight of the dog, I say you get your dog down to the weight first before you go call them weight. You know what I'm saying? And see what your dog look like. See what he feel like in your pre-keep before you start calling out his weight. You know, that does make a little bit more sense, right? Okay.
Well, I was saying, when you weight pulling and shit like that, that shit matters. That weight matters too, because you want to make sure that you got your dog at the strongest possible weight he can have on him based on the classes, I guess, in that weight pulling. Because I know they was pulling by classes. But, you know, back in the day when it came down to weights, and I know you used to bring dogs down like that and how you used to pick the weights. But, you know, that pre-keep, you know, if it was lasting for as long as it took you to get a match, then them dogs was already down at that 40 pounds. I know when they started their regular keep, they was not 40-pound dogs.
So, no, I take them back up 5 pounds above that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, once you know the weight, then you can do what, you know, I'm gonna put the weight back up there. But when you first taking them out, it's not. I don't. You know, I like to see them. I like to see what they look like for the first time. You know, so I can be more. You can, if you're doing it that way, you get a chance to see what your dog look like. Some guys be picking away. Some of them that good that they can do that. Me, I want my dog exercise, working. You know, I got that four-wheeler, so, you know, and I got that weight harness and I got that weight collar. So, yeah, I'm already out there on that four-wheeler. So I get a chance to see, like 2 or 3 weeks, I'm looking at a nice-looking dog, and, you know, he got nice muscle tone. You know, I might say, well, I think I can take another pound out while I dry him out. I'm gonna try that right there. And then I'm picking his weight. And then I put the weight back on and then, you know, start the keep. Once I'm hooked.
I felt it. And I just think needed to clear that up so they could get a clear understanding of that whole little process, because it wasn't just like go down to 40 pounds and they stay down there. No, that's that look. Remember, we always tell you about that pre-keep. Remember, they already been to school. Pre-keep means they done passed the test already. Big shout out to my man Mike Stone. What up, fam? Yo, RA. I see you, fam. Big shout out to my man. This is not J-Bo, aka J-Bo in the house. What up, fam? My man J-Bo said to the panel, to the chat, to Mr. Triple M, can't find words good enough to say thanks for all the history. Oh, thanks, J-Bo.
Man, wait till you hear this shit tonight.
Triple M.
Yeah, man.
Look, man. Now, I'm gonna be asking you. You know, I know you got the story, so I'm gonna just let you and Mo ride this out, right? But you know, you said some shit the last show. So you know, it kind of bugged me out. You know, I'm firing back now. I'm firing back because I want to know about, you know, some shit just to fill it in. You know, you've been throwing some good ones out there, and that's why we're asking you back. So please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong for asking, but you know, don't be mad at me because I'm asking. That's my pre-censor to what you can expect out of me tonight, okay?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Big shout out to my man MB4 Fire. I see you, fam. My man Mike Red Boy represents Shreveport in the house. What up, fam? All right, Mo. It's on y'all too, man, because I don't want to start with my questions because my question might have us going somewhere. I don't have no business.
Well, I'm starting off by putting, you can get me up on the share. I'm starting off with I did share some. Did y'all see it yet?
I got it up there already.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to start off so y'all can see. And that's 1994, y'all. 1994. It was on Grand Champion Hellcat was on the Sporting Dog Journal. Not in the 2000s, not in the 98s. When you see what the back cover said that Jack put up there, and then I'm gonna let him explain the backside. I'm gonna pull it up, but I'm gonna let him explain the backside to that. Okay.
I'll be wondering, yeah, zoom that shit in, man. Yeah.
I'm trying, man. You give me a chance. I'm working at it. Y'all want a little bit closer?
No, they should be able to see it because I'm on the small screen because I'm controlling shit over here, but you're good.
All right, y'all see what it says? It says Triple M Grand Champion Hellcat on the cover. Hellcat won 5 times in 3 different states at 51 and 52 pounds between 1987 and 1991. And he never had a full set of teeth. He was bred by the Masons from a Jeep to Brew bloodline. The later, go ahead, say that name right.
Tubry
bloodline. The litter that produced Hellcat, both several other outstanding dogs and many that were familiar with this line. Didn't think Hellcat was the best dog in the litter. Okay, many people familiar with the litter didn't think Hellcat was the best dog in the litter. Triple M's champion Panthro, 3-time winner in the litter. Okay, hold on. I got lost. Okay, Battle Cat. Okay, it's Panthro, 3-time winner, Battle Cat NWD. And that should not be a bitch. It should be a male. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah, that Sugar Bear was a male. He was
okay, that should be a male.
He was
called
also
Sugar Bear, who won for the Masons and was sold to some fanciers up north where he won 2 more. I'm going to let him tell you the story about them 2 more. A total of 17 wins in 1 litter. And it was the first time their sire, Mason Smiley, was ever bred. Now, that was some, there was more than that. Because there was a couple names up in there that they forgot. There's a couple names up in there they forgot. I'm going to see if we can pull them. I'm just going to bring y'all back to that letter. And when I get back to that letter, I'm going to show you what book it was in. Right down here where it says some of the memorable dogs were Grand Champion Hellcat, Champion Panthro, Champion Pee-wee. We didn't see him on there. Champion Battle Cat, Champion WD, all out of Smiley and K. And then they got another one down here, that champion Triple Out Rock, an Alligator Rare Boy cross. Now that's several of them. Okay? And all those are champions. I just wanted to make sure y'all saw that. And then my last move is right here. That article came from this magazine. Okay, Pitbull Reporter. I'll let him tell you about that part too. I just wanted to bring y'all up there and let you say they was in the Pitbull Reporter in March 1997. Okay.
Big shout out to my man, John Dimbry. Hey, yo, Triple M, where you want to start at, man?
I know where you want to start at. I want him to start at, hold on, let me pull him up first. I want him to dig in. I want to first get Charlie up there. Y'all see Smiley? Is Smiley up there yet?
Nope.
No picture of Smiley yet?
Still the cover.
Okay, I guess I gotta come back in and
no, you unshare that and then you share another one. Hey, big shout out to my man Clifton behind the enemy lines in the house. What up, fam?
Okay, let me get there and I'm gonna ask the question here.
Let's see who else I got here.
Okay, let me know if we start sharing, man.
It's there.
Okay.
I just have to zoom in or something. But,
hey, bro, now, is that Smiley?
No, that's Pee Wee, and then the bottom one is WD.
Okay, so that's Champion Pee Wee on the top.
Right.
And Champion WD on the bottom.
Right.
Okay. Now they have the same little with them black dogs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
Do you think the red boy you bought to them dogs is what changed the color?
Well, that wasn't a red boy. That was
no. Them alligator dogs with them the same ones. Them Panthro little mates, Mike.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't got no red boy in them.
Okay. I'm just wondering where the buckskin come from.
Smiley was off a Jeep.
Okay. Well, y'all know y'all gotta tell me because remember I ain't down with the thing. Remember, I'm all on the alligator shit. And as far as I remember, alligator, all that shit was black, the blackest shit.
Okay.
And it changed
now,
colors.
who's the picture of these right here? Is they on there? Hold on.
Yeah, they up there.
That's Panthro.
Okay, top is Panthro, top bottom one too?
No, Battle Cat is on the top. Panthro's on the bottom.
Okay, Battle Cat is on the top. Champion Panthro's on the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, it was black. That's what I meant. I remember these dogs.
Okay, I got one more. Now, who is that one? That's Sugar Bear, right?
That's Sugar Bear. That's the one you heard the boy tell the story about.
Okay, now that's the one. Go ahead and tell that story on that dog.
That was the baddest dog in the litter. That was my mother's dog. He was the baddest dog in the litter.
Well, go ahead and run the story about him. Now, that's the one that was in the journal that actually got sold to the boys up north, right?
Yeah, got sold to
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to let you have it from there. Go ahead and run that one.
James came here. Frank Lumford had sold him a couple of dogs. And Frank Lumford was a good person, man. He helped you. He was a good guy. And he had that also nigger stuff and some of that Rascal 3 stuff he had or whatever. It's some stuff he got from Kimswood. But he brought him over here and said, man, this guy, I told him that you had some real Jeep stuff. He looked at the thing. James was a guy had been in the game for a little while up north. And he had kind of fell out of it a little bit trying to regroup on some dogs. And he was grabbing some dogs he didn't want them boys to know nothing about. So when he came here, he said he would spend some money. And that one was the baddest one in the litter. So I told that, I said, listen, and see, we was breeding, that dog came in heat every month. So we had dogs at that time that was 2, that was 3, 2, 1 years old, and so forth. We was breeding every time she came in heat almost after that first litter. And we said, we'll sell him Sugar Bear. Because if he messed up just a little bit, on something, he should still be able to come out on top with him. He was the one that was the freak. He was the baddest one in the litter. And you can look at him and tell if you look at it. He was also 51, 52. So James took him up there and got into a rivalry. I gave him the vitamins, I gave him the key and everything, and gave all that to him. And he went up there. He got into a rivalry with some guys, and they had two brothers out of the same litter, and they got to really going. And so James took on both brothers, one brother, and he was supposed to pick between which one that he wanted. And they had both the brothers ready at the same time. After he destroyed the first one in 15 minutes, they put so many odds up against him that they went and got the second brother out of that litter and put on him, and he made him jump the pit in the 15 minutes. And you heard the guy. You heard the guy tell the story up north, right, Twin?
No, Twin. You there?
Twin. Huh?
I don't know if he there or not.
No, when I had the guy,
he was supposed to be matching one of the brothers that night and ended up matching both the brothers.
Right.
He beat one so quick, and the dude was so mad that he said, "Well, look, we'll put the rage in, we'll do the other one. He said, well, go get the other one then." Waged it up because they had a choice because both dogs was in shape, and they were literally trying to give him an option of which one he wanted. He didn't give a damn. He didn't care which one it was. So after he beat the first one, am I telling the story right? From what I heard, this is what he said. I got this out the horse's mouth. Then he got the dog. He went back and got the dog, and they brought him back, and he beat him. And that one jumped the box. So he won 2 matches in one night.
Right.
And that's how he became a champion. One time winning when he left, and then he won his championship in one night.
Yep. And when we met Jack Kelly at Carter's Corner in Kentucky that night with Levi, Vietnam Kennel, Crenshaw, Carter Corner, and a bunch of other old dog men was there. Talked to him tonight. He say, "Send me that story and send me that picture." And now that story on the back of the page, he wrote that about the 17 wins in one litter and stuff like that. He got it mixed up between Sugar Bear being a female, he was a male. And then the guys was like, how could he recognize 17 wins with y'all, but not make both of them register married right then and there? That's what Levi Vietnam Kennels was there, and he heard us talking to him. And when he saw the thing, he called and told us, "Hey, man, how can he recognize that but not make both the dogs register marriage right then? But gave y'all those props." But that was his book. He did like he wanted to do.
But then look at the time period we're talking about, though.
Yeah.
But he ended up making both of them register marriage. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Both of them are registering marriage in the journal.
Well, he couldn't get around the fact that the ass whoopers didn't stop. I mean, listen to the dog man we talking about here. Jack was a funny motherfucker, but then shit, look at the shit he put us through.
But what it was even though that happened, he still, he had that registering process. He still had to register your shit.
Mm-hmm.
He might have wrote the story, and the reason why he didn't put the RM on both the dogs and knowing with the 17 wins, that's not the only article out there about you and them 17 wins now.
Well, I mean,
Mr. Lim, ain't that the meal maker?
Mm-hmm. But you know, after that, there was a guy in Sacramento, California that had some of our dogs. Now it was a dog named Destiny that he used to go to Mexico a lot. That he gave the props to. Not long after that, you know, and stuff, you know, and then we had quite a few more champions out some more stuff on the yard, but just that right there, we had some. They had it was a lot of 1-time and 2-time winners, but you know, if it froze up, I mean, couldn't do nothing. Had a yard full of dogs, and couldn't do nothing with them. With nobody buying, but that guy right there who bought that dog, uh, he came in and gave that money to my mom, and it didn't bother her, and I think Dad just took enough out of it to go buy some more supplies and stuff and different things, and she put that money in her pocket and sent him on.
Shit, mom was the cashier at the time, huh?
Yeah,
she did her part. I see.
But you talking about then, and and James bought dogs from us on down the line, until he passed away. He was one of the first guys up there that was buying dogs. After that we went into Buffalo, and then that's when we started going that way and stuff. Met old man Nate, all those people.
Yeah, y'all got around. So tell me, it mattered who got the dogs from y'all, even back then for y'all. It's not like everybody could come, but it's not like that story you told about Phil, and how you was talking and giving Phil a dog and helping him out.
Yeah, well, it was all those dogs he had for a long time. They were decent, but the houseman dog was on the top was bred good, and the bottom part of him had staff in him. And they was kind of slow animals and stuff like that. Mike Evans, the guy that I said that had been in the dog game a long time, that hung out with Chicken Sam and Bobby Hall and all those people back in the day when he was young. He told my dad, he said, Ernie, he said, help Phil out. He said, all he needed is some speed in them animals and stuff like that. And he said, that old crazy nigga stuff, y'all got to do it. And he had a dog called Jackie Red that was like 3 times out of Houseman. Now, understand, Houseman bottom part was some staff stuff too. It was a little carver, but the woman that my uncle got that dog from years ago had a lot of it's 50-50. The bottom part was staff. And so when he was doubling up on it, he was still doubling up on the staff part. And we took the dog that was cold, named Jackie Red. We took her and I bred her to Diamond 2. He had a dog named Slim. Slim, Catwoman, few of them, they won. They was pretty good. Slim won twice. He lost game. And Phil picked him up, but he didn't make it. But at that time, he had gotten a dog from a guy over in there that had some dog. He was a dog and a chicken man. He was a World War II fighter pilot guy. And he had a dog with some in it. Line bred top and bottom. It was a 30-minute cur. And he gave that dog to Brian. And he took that dog and bred that dog to Slim. When he bred that dog to Slim, he came out with her. He was getting females. One male here, one male there. But the females was running crazy. They were all black. I guess the part was done. They were all black. And he won for the next 2 years. LG went against him one time, and LG couldn't believe it. LG had to try him 3 times. And after he did LG in 3 times, LG finally gave up. He couldn't believe it. And he also bred, the man had a dog called Walking Tall. And He bred to that dog. He took that dog and bred into some of his inbred house man. It didn't make the same that the alligator did. Put gameness in it. A walking tall was a lion bred Finley bulldog that this old man had. Dark brown. He dead now. He was a veterinarian. He let him breed to that dog. It put some gameness in them, but they were still slow. Still having to pick them up at the hour mark. So then later on, he bred those dogs to some of Frank Lumford stuff. It has some of Frank Lumford stuff in there. His champion that had. It has the Walker Tall in it, which was the Finley Bow stuff. It has on a Harden breed in it. All those guys kind of ran together. So that was the stuff that made up. That was the stuff that what dog that we was talking about. The amount of boys end up having. That's the stuff that made up Stan the Man.
Triple M, your mic is breaking up a little bit. I don't know if it's
See, that was the Stan the Man. I bred the dime. It said Diamond 2 to Brian's housewarming. It wasn't housewarming. We bred it was further back. I bred Diamond 2 to Jackie Red. She was a red-nosed cold dog, and that's what produced it. Now the bottom part, that's basically how he was bred. Lumford's Gary was a champion. He was good, but he was about the only thing that came out that litter. It went back to some. Click on that Gary dog.
You see it?
Champion Lumford's Brandon's Gary.
Yeah.
It was some Hooten Butcher Boy stuff. That's how it was bred. But and he had a little mate sister to Gary he called Lucinda. But Gary was the only thing that came out that litter because Gary mama was a 30-minute cur. But he was still, they was breeding a dog. But he was a champion. He was very, very good. That Gary dog was. And they bred him a lot. I don't know of him ever really producing a whole lot, but I remember that stuff there. You can go back to the other dog's pedigree. Go back to the front where it shows Stan the Man.
Okay,
I'm back.
Okay. Yeah, go back to Stan the Man.
Yeah, that's Stan the Man.
Yeah. So that's how that was bred. And see, after a while, Philip got the game. All the dogs that was off of Slim and that Abernathy stuff, he sold all those 2 and 3 time winners to guys. Some of the guys that he had beat, they bought stuff and he got out the game and sold all those dogs. Now, the guy was talking about Larry Mahone. Larry ended up with a lot of dogs. They had staff. They had a staff that did real stuff about 3 or 4 times. So they took the dog out of Diamond and the old houseman stuff, the Jackie Red dog. They took that dog, Slim, and bred Slim to that staff. To another staff. They thought it was going to be this and that. But that was so watered down, most of all those dogs quit. So what the guy did, when he got out the game, he gave them dogs to Mahomes. He gave him that uh, stuff. Some of that stuff there, I guess he had mixed right there and everything, and but he stole all the good other people.
Hold on, bro. Because your mic is getting we only getting pieces of a dream here. We ain't hearing everything. You either got TV playing in the back or something in your background.
I ain't got nothing on in the back.
That's your mic?
No.
It ain't me.
It ain't.
Because you can hear me talking now, so
mine's on me.
Yeah, you see you clipping up. Hey, can you turn your mic down?
Okay, I'll turn it down some.
Yeah, because I think
we missing some good parts in here.
So Mahomes ended up with stuff off of Slim, bred to the staff. He ended up with some of his purebred houseman stuff and some more stuff. And then I think Mahomes he bred to some bullets on stuff. Another guy down here had some alligator stuff that was not my alligator stuff. They went somewhere and bought an alligator dog. And I think they was getting together on breedings with that. But the only thing that my stuff had in there was the stuff that came off of Slim when I bred the Slim dog up. Now you can see by this time it was a lot of water stuff down in there, breeding back to the staffs and bringing this in there, bringing this in there. And you know how a lot of people they're always trying to build a reputation off of the name that I had. But you can see the standing man dog got my dog in there. Actually, is all the way back to the back. And I guess they was trying to make some of the same stuff I had, but I don't know. I mean, but the standing man dog was a good dog. I mean, he was a good dog.
I saw him go.
But I mean, the walking tall dog was a Finley bulldog, Brainerd's twirl, and you know, and some of those dogs that he had, you know, they was all right. But I mean, I saw most all them dogs. But the dog in there that I know that was a good dog was that the diamond dog was a game dog that we had. He was game with no talent. The Gary dog was a rounded all the way around good dog. The walking tall dog, I think, was just a good. He was a pretty good game dog.
Now, did you always have Diamond too?
Yeah. We bred him on the yard. He was bred. He never was bred off this yard.
So you never sold Diamond 2 to nobody, and you are the only one that was breeding Diamond 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let me ask you this: the walking tall dog, he has some staff in him?
No. He was a real Finley. He was a Finley bulldog.
Okay, that was the Finley bulldog on the top. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what one of them had the staff in them?
The Jack. Well, Slim is not up there. See, when I bred Diamond 2 to Jackie Red come out for Brian's houseman. You see that houseman? He was the bottom part of he was a bred dog. His mother was 50-50. His mother was out some decent breeding, but the very bottom of her was staff.
Okay.
So when you started breeding a houseman dog back to a lot of his daughters and stuff, what he was doing to get Jackie Red, that was just kind of loading up with the staff.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I bred Diamond 2 to Jackie Red, they produced Catwoman, Slim. Slim was the best one out the litter. Then they took Slim and bred him to a full staff, but that's not on that pedigree. That was other stuff that he had.
So Jackie Red had staff in her?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that would be more or less the bottom part of it, right?
Yep.
And you was breeding Diamond to Jackie Red too, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I bred him. I bred that's what did it. When I bred him to Jackie Red, she was a red-nosed dog, and she was cold. So the little mate sister and stuff had quit. So I said, no, man, I'm gonna breed to the one that's cold. You know, I'd rather deal with a cold dog. And everything in that little one. Everything in that little one.
Okay. So I'm noticing the Diamond dog being bred to a housewoman coming off of Jackie Red and a houseman.
No.
That ain't right, is it?
No, I bred Diamond 2 to Jackie Red.
Okay. So that should be back there in the back, right? Where
Right.
houseman is. Jackie
Right.
Red, especially when it comes to Stan the Man. Am I correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's supposed to be Stan the Man, it's supposed to be Diamond 2 to Jackie Red.
Right.
Back there, not houseman.
Right.
Okay.
Now,
I'm just clarifying some shit on some shit that I know.
Right.
now the down staff part. Did you ever feel a certain type of way knowing what you seen? There was a failure with all that.
Well, I mean, you know, we bred that to that because we knew it would improve it. And other than that, man, you know, when you start breeding it like that, man, and when you got a temperament that you breed to a dog that already quit and stuff, you pretty much. I mean, when he bred Slim to that Abernathy bitch that was given to him because she was a 30-minute cur. Hey, who knew that was gonna happen? Who knew that was?
You do some shit, didn't she?
Man, he plowed the field for 2 years. And
With a
my
30-minute cur and a quarter staff.
and my daddy used to go and come back laughing, just to go and be laughing.
Quarter staff. I mean, quarter. Am I right? Quarter staff and a cur.
Yeah.
Man, you never know.
You never know.
Did you take on that mentality? I mean, did it kind of change Pops when he kept saying that down? Had that staff mixed shit over there whooping ass? He couldn't help but laugh, could he?
Oh, he was just laughing. And LG tried to swear that we had something to do. Well, you know, we did start helping Phil with his key and stuff, you know, because my dad said, hey man, you've been in it longer than we have, and this and that. He said, but you know, I'm gonna help you with this keep, man. You ain't gonna just let you keep on doing that now. And he listened, and hey man, you know, when he stepped in there, man, you had something to deal with. But yeah, but see, it was a lot of guys back then, man. It was a lot of guys. I mean, you take Gary. Gary was tough. Gary little mate's sister. I remember when the guy. I remember when she quit, and that didn't stop him from breeding. You know, there are pedigrees out there with Lucinda and they pedigrees and stuff. But that didn't stop. I mean, that didn't stop him from breeding her. I mean, I seen Brian breed the dogs that quit. Jackie Red's sister, a couple of them was this and that and quit, and he still kept them on the yard. A lot of guys did that, man. A lot of guys, a lot of guys would breed to. I mean, a lot of them would breed to a dog that quit. I mean, when he gave him that bitch out that after that stuff, I saw quit. And he said, you want it? He said, yeah, can I have her? And he took her and bred her. And he just didn't breed her to Slim. You know, he bred her some different ways. But you know, that was, you know, that's something you saw. You didn't see it all the time, but back then there was people that did, and you saw them do it.
Why didn't you do it?
I was raised by a different man. No, I was raised by Pedigree. Pedigree. Let me tell you how Pedigree raised us. If he had two of them in a litter that quit, he got rid of the whole litter. And that's how he raised us. And people couldn't believe it. You do what? Yeah.
Now, Outlaw, he was a loser. He must have got picked up, huh?
I don't know. It probably did.
Right. I'm going back to Battle Cat, so we can go back into the Tubi stuff. I'll be right with you guys. Trying to keep up.
While you doing that, I'm gonna give my quick shout outs. Tizzy, what up, fam? I see you. Uncle Bub, what up, fam? Big shout out to KA58031. What up, fam? Hey, I say you've been trying to get up with us, KA. Hey, hit that you see at the bottom of that ticker right there is the email, fam. Hit that email, I promise you. We'll get something, you know, Mo gonna check it out. Trust and believe that. He checks every other day. Big shout out to my man Panthro. What up, fam?
Let me tell you what happened. You see Dusty Ann and you see Sugar Baby, right?
Right.
Went down to Louisiana one time, and the Kerry boys had them going into each other. And so they was like, it was a friendly gathering. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so he said, I'm gonna get you, Jerry. He said, no, you ain't gonna get me, Pedigree. He said, ain't this something? What you gonna do? He said, we gonna go on and see which one is the best.
Were they little mates?
No, look at them. Remember I told you Sugar Baby was out of that short Shirley dog and nobody knew what she was out of, and off a dagger. And you saw how Dusty Ann was bred.
Now, where Dusty Ann at? I didn't see Dusty Ann.
At the bottom.
Okay, Dusty Ann at the bottom. Okay, I see her now. Yeah.
Now click on Dusty Ann.
Okay. Okay, she alligator dog.
That's right.
Okay.
I got a question, man, on alligator. When y'all went in that direction, I'm just wondering, because you did speak on it last show, but just to clarify, you mentioned something about you met Plumber. Did you ever meet him?
No, I didn't ever meet him. I knew a guy that Mike Evans got dogs from him.
Oh, right. Mike Evans was the one that got the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Mike had some damn good alligator dogs, if I remember correctly.
And this guy that kicked with chicken sand. But what he did, Mr. Plumber had sold him brew dogs to make a yard. But he said he didn't have any sense then. He was trying to do the wrong thing with them. So when he saw us just with what we had, he said, "You go have to take them and put something else with them." He said, "You got to put something else with them." You know, he said, "I'm telling you, I don't want y'all to make the same mistake." And that's when a guy came to us and showed us Jeep in the book. Then I called Mr. Garrett, and then it went from there.
Now, did you ever let Mike in on what you was doing, or he was just stuck on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he used to come down. See, my daddy was a contractor, and he was a contractor. So my daddy and his daddy used to work together on jobs and stuff. So they knew each other from way back. So yeah, he used to come down here. And when I was in school that night playing football, I said, "Man, I got this working." He said, "Man, I just came from down there. I like that. What's coming up with the nigga stuff and the alligator. I told you. I mean the Jeep stuff." I said, "Man, what else do I need?" He said, "You got that book?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Go to this page right here, such and such, such and such." I said, "Okay." He said, "Don't nobody know nothing about this around here." He said, "Go get that red, call that man." It was Michael George. He said, "That's all that old crazy alligator stuff needs in it too. Is that right there?" And I called Michael George, and Michael George, I called Michael George, and Michael George uh, told us to come down. And he gave us a deal we couldn't refuse when I bought a Bully Girl. And after that, he said, y'all just take all of that. He said, you breed that to that nigga stuff. And he knew exactly what he was talking about.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up George. You talking about Rock?
Yeah.
Okay, is he up, Mike?
Yep, he is now.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was a whole nother story there with them.
Now, who told you to go see George?
Michael Evans did. The guy named Michael Evans.
Okay.
When we went and got those dogs, about these local guys. I mean, it was guys that had certain dogs from out there. It was a guy that had some Niblet McCoy, I think, and some more stuff, this and that. Before it's that right there, no, nobody knew nothing about no Jeep dog. Didn't nobody know nothing about no Red Boy dog when I got that Red Boy dog in '83. They knew. Yeah, they didn't even know what they was looking at.
Why did you ever cross the Rock stuff back into the Smiley case shit?
I did. When I bred Smiley to Beauty, which was off of Jeep and our nigga stuff, I took Rock. There was one female in there, looked just like Honey Bunch, little old dog, called her Cafonzo. I bred her back to Smiley, so I had some double bred Smiley dogs. Then I took Rock and I bred Rock to her, and those dogs were good. But see, you have to understand, by that time, couldn't do nothing. We just had dogs on the chain getting old.
Why was y'all having problems with people? Back then, times hadn't started changing yet. Y'all wasn't supposed to have those damn dogs.
Right.
Y'all became dangerous. You already know what happens when you become dangerous. Don't nobody want to play with you.
Yeah, because when we got Beauty, and she did what she did, the first thing Gary said, "Man, you get a bad one, we go breed G back to her. I think I got him producing every now and then." But when she came in heat, he told my dad, he said, I can't do it. Because I got folks that's mad at me. Dad said, "What you mean? How can they be mad at you about your dog?" But like Crenshaw told me later on, when Crenshaw and I got real tight, what the deal was, he wasn't producing no more. Because I told you, when I went up there and Katie Marlowe had just left, when I bred to him the first time, I didn't get nothing. The second time, he had him at the University of Georgia, and they were using different injections and stuff on this and that, and I ended up getting 2 out of them that time. I got Mongoose and Beauty, and at that particular time, that's when he got that last litter out of him. That other 5 that was bred like Smiley.
Now, when it came down to Jeep, Garrett had him and he gave him to Crenshaw. He sold him to Crenshaw. How did that go?
No. Crenshaw got ready to retire from Tyson. So he said, I'm getting out the game for a while. And then he gave him Jeep, Kate, and 3 rascal dogs.
Okay.
And so he said, man, if you can't make a yard off of this, you need to get out the game.
Well, because my understanding was Crenshaw and Garrett fell out due to Garrett wouldn't let Crenshaw get any more breedings out of Jeep. So I'm just wondering, at what point did he stop breeding that dog?
I'm telling you, I was there when he used to say, man, let's go around the mountain and see Jim. I said, no, I ain't going to see him. I said, because he didn't keep his word with us. And my dad was real particular about a person that don't keep that word. He said, well, I gave him the dogs. So how you think I feel? He said, he wouldn't let me breed to him either. He said, well, I'm gonna tell you what it is. He said, I know he ain't producing no more. That's what it is. But see, he had 40-something dogs up there out of it. And he had bred them back to everything except a nigger dog. He had a Carver dog bred to him. And then he would, breed back to that. And he had Klaus dogs. He had all kind of dogs bred to him out there on that mountain. I saw him. I went up there too many times. And then I we used to go see Crenshaw all the time. And then that's what Crenshaw told me. He said, well, he ain't producing much. That's why he told you that he had people mad at him. But the people was calling him and telling him they was mad at him. But, man, I wasn't the first Jeep. I was almost 10 years old and I bred to him. Man, it was other folks that had all kind of dogs out of Jeep. I wasn't close to no first, second, or third or nothing. It just happened that we made a lick when it happened. Mm-hmm. And we wasn't the first black guys to have no dogs out of Jeep either. But nobody never made anything out of it. They get one, use it, go back and buy another one. But we just so happened to put something together that changed stuff.
Now you knew Crenshaw pretty well, right?
Yeah, I could go up there and get anything off of Crenshaw yard. I used to call me up there. Hey man, I need you to come up here and get this dog and start doing something with it. All right.
Okay, so your family and this was firsthand information that I'm hearing it come from the horse's mouth. Was he full of shit? Was
Crenshaw?
I know you know some shit about some shit he used to do, because I know your daddy wasn't about him and his bullshit. So he wasn't go deep on y'all.
No, he was just straight and good with us all the time.
Right, but you know how he did other people.
He did me real good when I went up there.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm saying, y'all, it's not a secret how he did other people. Nah, he was picking and choosing, and I was just wondering at what time, because I knew Pop wasn't playing that shit. So at what time with Garrett doing the shit that he did, when did Crenshaw get into this thing? Was he selling more dogs than he had? I mean,
not that. I didn't know. We didn't never get into that. I never did get into that with him, nothing like that. Like I said, with us, man, he come down here, and go with us and something, and I go up there to see him. He asked me to come up there and pick up a dog for him and get something going for him. And if he didn't have time or whatever, and I would do that. And he just stayed straight. Mm-hmm. He was pretty straight with us. I never did see him,
well, y'all pretty much knew him up until he died, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not like he was no big secret with y'all's relationship, because that was a relationship of years.
Oh yeah. So. Oh yeah. And he he's just the same way with us. Well,
at least you was going to the house. You wasn't meeting up the street at the around the corner at the
No,
hardware store.
I go up to the house and he wouldn't have time for a dog. And he said, "Man, what you gonna try?" I said, "Well, he said, I just need you to get it going for me." He said, "I'm gonna finish it up." And and I just go up and get the animal for him and get it going for him or whatever, and then go from there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, especially after he saw what happened with Kenny Allen. Yeah, I mean, really in.
Right.
He was the one. He was the reason we went into Kenny Allen. Even though they was friends. It was down in Florida, so and Kenny Allen couldn't get those two going, and Crenshaw said, "I know a man got 15 or so you can't do nothing with." And Kenny Allen was like, "Call him." And this other old guy told him, said, "Was it James or who you talking about?" I said, "I'm talking about such and such and such and such." I mean, he said, "Oh," the dude told him, "So them niggas can't beat Kenny." He said, "Well, man, you talking about my dog? You know they got my dog. I ain't talking about your dog, James. I'm just saying them niggas can't beat him." So that just jacked him off even more. The next thing you know, we had got a phone call. There was Hook.
All right, fellas, this is that part that I was telling y'all about that people don't like to hear. But go ahead and tell them. That's exactly how it happened. And when you whooped his ass?
The guys from Chicago was down here, and they all end up meeting the next day at the truck stop that morning. James, Buffalo, Dave, Pokey, and all of them that came down for that thing that night. They met with him. And they went out. They all ate breakfast. Went out there to the vehicles and started talking. It was right before going to Memphis, and James called us and told us. He said, "Man, we are here talking now. Guess what? We all ended up at the same bus stop and slept and got up and ate breakfast." And he said that Kenny Allen told him. He said, "Man, he said they sure got some good ones." And he said they sure know what they're doing. He said, "Man," he said, "Damn," I said, he said, it might been pretty good that we didn't go put Tornado on that dog that they said that was the baddest thing on the yard. If they bring them like that." And James said, "Yeah." He said the bitch was badder than them two that you went against last night. And see what happened to Beauty was, people don't know, she died in a kennel accident. Another animal off of Smiley, and we had bred him to a pure creed female that was called. It was one of his sons dug up a star in the rain and went over there with Beauty, and that's what happened to her. Well, they both didn't make it.
Been out there all night.
Huh?
They had been out there all night.
They both didn't make it, and the next day he called Crenshaw. He was mad about it. And so Crenshaw said, "Man, if you gonna let that bother," he said, "you done bred her to all three of her brothers. And you got a yard full of them you can't do nothing with." He said, "Man, he said, Ernest, if that go do you like that, you gonna get out the game now. You can't handle that." He said, "I done had some of the baddest ones that ain't nobody never seen end up in kennel accidents and didn't even get out there." That's what Crenshaw told my dad.
I guess we all had that.
Yeah,
right, Mo? Right, Mo?
Oh yeah.
My dad had tears in his eyes when that.
Y'all see my triple bred Jeep bitch there, don't y'all? Yeah, Mr. Gare sold me that bitch. And then I went to James Crenshaw's yard and got me a double bred, got me a gator bitch from him, and he bred her to gators. So I ain't never had problems with either one of them. I got Lumpy. She was off a gator, and she was in heat. He said, "You stick around a couple more days, we'll beat the gator." Sure enough, bred her the gator. She had 6 puppies.
Right.
And one of them puppies was the puppy we went 3 hours and 17 minutes with a couple years later. That's that puppy, the dog we beat was out of that litter, off of Gator and Lumpy. So,
and they still had a badass sister out of that litter.
Yeah, that's what when we bred the mate to. You know, we
Right.
bred, right. That's what Brick and Carnivore
come from.
Yep.
So we had a little experience with that shit.
So we had some G shit, and I mean, like I said, Pope hooked me up with Garrett, Mr. Garrett. That's how I got Goldie. She only had 3 legs. Never did get a litter out of her. And Lumpy, we got that 1 litter out of her, and that was it. Never got a chance to breed her back into her sons or none of that. And this is during the time that we had Mayday dogs on the yard.
Mm-hmm.
Goldie, and she lived her life right there on my yard. She lived. I didn't get no puppies out of her, but I kept her till she died.
Now, hey, twin. Now you say on some of the dogs, all you need is the number.
Mm-hmm. But you got the number you want me to pull up?
Yeah, I got a number.
Okay, hold on.
While y'all doing that, let me give my shout outs to my people right quick. Big shout out to my man Melee 420. What up, fam? Yo, Tony. What up, fam? Big shout out to my man Mr. Hemi James in the house. What up, fam? My man Mr. Will Turner's in the house. What up, fam? I know I seen the pit dog. What up, though? The insane honey badger. What up, fam? Big shout out to Talk of the City Kennels in the house. What up? Bam. I think I'm all caught up. Hey, fellas, y'all keep firing them questions. I've been checking it out, you know, so.
I just sent you a picture of the paper.
I put that link out there. If anybody want to come up, anybody have any questions, hit the link. Come on up. Share your thoughts. Anything you got on your chest. We bulldogging tonight. It's Friday. Why is that thing doing that? Okay, no. Okay, y'all working on numbers, right? Let me do this like this then. Let me see. Big shout out to my man Insane Honey Badger. He said, whatever happened to the Charlie dogs? Well, I know Supernat had Charlie for quite some time. He told, and I think he did do some breeding with him.
Yeah, he did.
How much? But I know he definitely did some breeding with him. I mean, we came out there. Grand Champion Ace was one of them Charlie dogs. That's what they say. Just to get your idea, Insane. Oh, he definitely did drop some shit. Hey, big shout out to my man Cosmo and Cal TV in the house. What up, Cosmo? Let me see here. Who else I didn't try to miss nobody? TDK, Slim, I see them pedigree numbers. I got you, fam. Let me get through this madness, what they're finna do here, and I'll slide them through. Okay, bro, you back. All them are Charlie dogs, Mo? No, you're on mute.
Them Charlie dogs. Yeah.
Okay. Let me move this out the way so they can see. Okay.
And the Champion Honey and Grand Champion Ace were litter mates.
And that was that breeding to Tom's Spider, right?
No, that was to Miss Woolly, who was off.
Miss Woolly to Tom's Spider. Okay.
No, Miss Woolly came off of Tommy Spider bred to Zebo.
Okay.
Right.
You know, I didn't know certain names. I don't know their places and shit.
Don't worry, just let me know. I can keep you right. I'm gonna keep you right. I'm gonna keep you right. There you go.
Because I know that Zebo, she was responsible for bringing that Zebo to the house. Big shout out to Mr. 216 in the house. What up, fam? I see you.
Now, hey, I wanted to know about Smiley and Weirdo. They wasn't too far from each other, was they? And was they out of the same litter?
No, they wasn't out the same litter.
Who was first, Weirdo or Smiley?
They Smiley was, because the rest of Smiley litter, he had a female that looked like, he had a female that looked like him. And the other dogs was in there, looked like they were red-nosed dogs. Because I tried to get one of them at first. Smiley was the worst looking thing on the yard.
Yeah, I mean, Cody was a red nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a red nose bitch.
Hey, my man, Will Turner said, back in those days, guys like Kenny Allen, Dog Walker, Captain Ben, Red Becker, Tattoo, Louis V, STP, Jerome were all easy to go into if you had the bank. LOL. Everyone was on the hunt back then. LOL. Well, hey, Will, now you remember up, and you know that's probably up your way when Jerome and them was doing all that winning, and then they started getting their head kicked in.
Yeah, then he hooked up with Ozzy.
But all them dudes, even Red Becker and them, I don't know. We didn't run them out the game, but Red was taking some hellacious, destructive ass whoopings there for a minute. You know, and to me, that was when I started realizing that they stopped jumping on. They thought that money was going to be chasing them. You know, that was around the game was changing. And yeah, you couldn't get around us. And some of them losses.
Right. Now, Jerome and Ozzy, when they hooked up, you know, that helped out Jerome like a mug because his dogs was losing at first. They started losing. Then he hooked up with Ozzy, and that changed the game. Ozzy and Jerome's dogs together, them dogs was kicking ass. Now, they came into the 90s with them dogs.
Yeah.
A lot of them young boys had them dogs. That's how they was coming up off of Ozzy and Jerome shit. You're going to see in the journal, a couple of those champions came up of Ozzy and Jerome cross. But I can tell you why they connected, because Ozzy always had his shit on point. But Jerome, he needed a kicker, because he took like a 3-head shot and kind of laid back for a minute. Next time we seen Andre Jerome and his breeding, he was breeding his Jerome shit into like, you know, they both had rough Greenwood dogs, so they just started breeding them together, and man, they came out with some hellified dogs. You got a lot of young dudes that were coming in the game, had that money, and they got out there and they was making them dogs champions again. Them dogs started winning again. Them dogs were really some hard dogs to beat.
Yeah. But the brothers had them.
Yeah, the brothers had them by the end.
That's what I'm saying. The brothers had them. Because I'm pretty sure, like everybody else, they gave into selling them dogs to us because of that money.
Yeah. And every one of their championship papers you'll see on their certificates, you'll see Jack put up there, Ozzy and Andre started making breedings together. This is one of them breedings that Andre and Ozzy put together. I mean, down there on every one of their championships, it's the same goddamn line. Ozzy and Andre, Ozzy and Andre breeding. You know, they got together and made these breedings. And there's about 4 or 5 of them out there, man, like that in the journal.
Big shout out to my man, Mr. Nicholas. What up, fam?
Yeah, they came back to life now. They were some bulldogs. Yeah, Andre, he lost like 2 of his good champions from them young boys up there in that New York area, Jersey area. He was like, shit, I'm losing my best shit. I need some help. Ozzy picked you right up. And that's basically what you did. Ain't that how Miles Davis came along, though?
Huh?
How did Miles Davis come along?
What you mean?
How did y'all hook that breeding up?
It's when it had to go take care of some business, and I went and I took care of the dogs and everything.
Hey, Triple M, my man, Cosmin Cal said, can you talk a little bit about Mrs. K and her ROM? Because she did, she produced out of the first time, the first litter, that should have made her a ROM, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Was anything ever like the first litter? Or y'all just, at that point, y'all started letting some of them dogs go?
No,
into other people's hands?
You got to understand something. She was 13 months when she had that litter. Smiley was 16 months. You know how many of them litters we had? Read what Bill Stewart wrote on the back of that his thing. If you read it, he'll say, he said he knew he was the only guy we was fooling with when it, we didn't go nowhere else. We went up there to see him when we needed to look at something. He was the only guy we fooled with. He saw all the litters. And and read what he said. This reunion produced this, but she produced the same thing out of every litter.
Yeah, because he did say there was some dogs there was many more that he just couldn't remember them all.
Yeah. He and then you got to understand, when they'll say, well, which one was the best producer out of this and that, and that's why Mama would get Mama don't get into it because he had access to these dogs and stuff. We was doing the breedings and stuff and repeating them. He did it because he know that Smiley wasn't bred 3 to 4 years out of his lifespan. He wasn't even bred.
Wow.
I only bred Diamond 2 a few times. I only bred Mongoose. You count on half of one hand that I bred it. We had when those dogs turned 6 years old, we had some we had a that was 6, we had some that was 5, we had some that was 4, 3, 2, 1. Then I had bred Mongoose back to his little mate sister. I had bred him to the red boy dog. I had bred him, you know what I'm saying? Hadn't bred him about 3 or 4 times. I'm telling you, I was lucky enough. I bred Beauty to all 3 of her brothers. Her little mate brother Mongoose, her little mate the Brock, the inbred stuff. I bred her the Rock. Then I bred her the Smiley.
Hey, do you know anything about Rumble's Cody? Never heard of that one before. Mr. 216 Bulldogs. Not familiar with it. Hey, Mo, you know anything about Rumbles, Cody? I don't know what the time frame was. I noticed it wasn't a champion or a grand champion in front of the name. That's why I asked, just asking.
Is that Ready to Rumble Cody or just straight Rumbles Cody?
Yeah, there was a Ready to Rumble, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. That was Jeff.
Yeah. Ready to Rumble's Cody.
I never heard of him. I'm gonna check and see if I can pull him up for him though.
No, he had Rumble's Cody. I was thinking that maybe he meant Ready to Rumble's Cody. I don't know if they had one called Cody. I don't even know what time frame that is, but that wouldn't be in the early 80s. Probably the mid 90s when we start talking about Ready to Rumble.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Triple M.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Give us an ingredient tonight. You've been on here twice, man. You ain't gave us shit. We need something tonight, man. Give us one. Just give us something. Come on, now.
I tell you what, man. When I'm doing, I'm just like me. I love to use Gatorade in my supplements, bag.
Hold on. Wait a minute. My man, Mark Davis, Mr. Davis said, I will try to stay on, but I have to work tomorrow. But can you ask Triple M if his secret sauce contained beef juice or L-citrulline? Both do the same job. Now, I was telling him earlier about, before you came on, about, your athletic abilities, and you pretty much did the dogs based off of what you were doing to yourself. Now, you come in here with that corny ass Gatorade shit, back in that time, it was, I remember the commercials, the Gatorade, how, the Gators and why they produced it and shit. And you trying to feed in that damn bullshit, man. Come on, I know damn well you didn't jump on that line. Or was you actually drinking the Gatorade based on the commercial shit?
Hey. No, was he giving the Gatorade to the dog, though? I mean, that's what I need to know.
Yeah, I believed in the Gatorade. Yeah.
No, you didn't say it. Well, again, back then, Gatorade, fellas, was something totally new to the game, and it was different.
Stress Dex is the same thing as Gatorade. Stress Dex is the same thing as Gatorade.
Yeah, but remember the Gatorade commercials way back then, that's what the damn astronauts, and that was back in 76, the astronauts that's how they pumped it up as an energy drink, and the astronauts, that's what they was drinking when they was out the way. So it hadn't really took on that magic juice mentality,
Until it got down there to
the Gators.
The Gators. That's where it was created.
That's where it was created at, yeah. But it got popular over time. You know what I'm saying? I just remember the commercials with the space people and how it was made. But then as time went on, it was, shit. We had it when I played in the high school football. We had it when we wrestled, everything, even down to the court. Gatorade was the nutrient drink to bring, we
all got a Gatorade after the match. We got a Gatorade after the match. Every one of us.
Remember, football, we had the big Gatorade water ball, water tank.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But you saying it does the same thing?
Electrolyte. It's electrolyte. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Electrolyte.
Hey, Mo.
Yeah.
He said, it was Ready to Rumble's Champion Cody, a female.
Okay.
That was her. I know. I've heard of her before, Mr. 216.
Well, Lil Jeff hung around Ohio a lot.
Yeah. Lil Jeff.
Lil Jeff was down there tonight remember he went in and twisted in them. Yeah, he went into Twisted and now. That's who lost to Twisted.
Okay.
Okay, I'm checking into that, fella. Hold on.
Hey, want to give a big shout out to my man, Horsepower. What up, fam? Big shout out to No Love and Dem Demon. No Love Demon. What up, fam? Man, y'all know I be butchering these names because I don't have my glasses. And I always talk about glasses. You know, if anybody out there know they're supposed to be wearing glasses and don't wear glasses, please help them understand our pain. Because I refuse to walk around with glasses on my face. But I put them on just to read a model number or a serial number because I used to didn't need them to read that shit, but I need them now.
Was she the female?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me. I'm gonna say this was her. Hold on.
Big shout out to my man Horsepower. He said, was the Michael George cross real good and was Smiley cold? Much respect, Triple M. Did you hear me? Hold on. Triple M, did you hear me? You there?
Yeah, he wasn't cold.
You say he wasn't cold. Hey, is that it?
No, he did ask you, was the Michael George cross real good and was Smiley cold? Yeah.
Yeah, it was very. Michael George with the nigga stuff, yes.
Yeah, that's where that rock dog come from, ain't it?
Triple R rock, yeah.
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 That's that triple out red stuff. Yeah, that was that red boy shit. Hey, is that the pedigree? Who was talking about Ready to Rumble champion Cody? Is that it?
Hold on. That was Mr. 216. Yeah, I think so. He said, yeah, I think that was it. He said Miles was the truth, 216. Yeah, he was the truth. For those who don't know.
Oh, yeah. I've seen him go twice. I've seen both of his.
I mean.
Yeah, we saw both of Miles Davis go. He was a bad boy.
Rough.
I seen him when he beat JoJo. And I seen him when he beat Vietnam.
And that was a good one, too.
Both of them was good ones.
Yeah.
He didn't have a hard-ass mouth. He could bite now. He bite like a mother. Where that mouth come from, Triple M?
That cross. But whenever you ever you breed that nigga stuff right, and when it make a niche, you get that mouth.
Okay. He had a hell of a mouth.
Yeah, because when he bred Slim, until that happened after stuff, which we know that stuff is known for having a little mouth, but what he was doing with those females, what Philip was doing with them black females, man, they making stuff jump out the mouth. I told you, LG had to try him 3 times.
LG had the dog to do it with too.
First he said, okay, I was just playing with you, this and that. Then he went and got something else. Well, this one right here. Then after Philip ran that one out, then he went and got, well, I got to get this one off of Grand Champion BB Red and this and that. And this is a 2-time woman. You better come on with it. And then he knocked that one down. So after he knocked them 3 down, LG, you couldn't throw LG on Philip.
Mm-hmm. 216 said, yeah, Mo, that's it.
Got you, baby. Got you.
I remember the first time Slim out, the boys in Oklahoma, They done went out and got them a one-time winner Jeep dog. You know, they looking at us, looking at that. We already knew what Slim would do and shit. Turned Slim on him, man. It probably went about 35 minutes. They like to jump out their shoes.
Now, there's a lot of history because, you know, y'all picked it up from the early 80s and y'all was still holding it down strong, man.
Going to
all the way through the late 90s, bro.
Yeah, you know, when my dad and them passed, you know, that's when the wall boys, that's when it really took off like we wanted to take off after he passed. You know, Ron, Pole Man, the wall boys, it really took off then. Down and Dirty.
Yeah, Down and Dirty. That's right. You sure
yeah.
right.
Yeah,
boys up in Ohio had that shit. Yeah. Didn't Thunder Kennels have some of that too?
Yeah. Yeah. He sure did, man. We had some dogs. I think I sent you a copy of one of them papers of one of the things. I had gave him one of them triple bred dogs, and he bred it to I can't think of it. We had a dog called Q. He was off of Ace, and we was breeding him back to that stuff. I was taking a triple bred Smiley dog that was out of Beauty, then out of that daughter of Caponzo, and I was breeding it with a son of Ace that he had. Man, shoot. And those dogs were coming out brittle. And Cute was a buckskin dog.
Mm. Now, after your dad died and Uncle was gone, how did you feel about taking on the responsibility of keeping things going? How did that affect you?
Man, shoot. I just kept it going. That's when Pole Man came. James was buying dogs. That's when the guy named Ron up there was also buying dogs from me. And Ron introduced me to Bill. And that's Pole Man came. But by that time, Carlos had got I was dealing with the wall boy. Daddy was still alive when the wall boys were dealing with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. They started dealing with us in the early 90s. And then when Dad died, you know, I gave him like 12 dogs. I gave Marcus Young a few. It's a couple of guys down there he dealt with that took that Smiley and Badman stuff, and they started their own yards with that stuff.
Well, they're the reason why you kept popular through the 90s, though.
Oh, yeah.
If it don't be for what you had already done and what y'all had created, because remember Miles Davis and Smiley, and then we talk about them, you know, like
you had to be there.
History.
You had to be there to see Miles Davis. They really appreciate that dog. Anybody got a chance to see him, goddammit, they would appreciate why, you know, because he could have been a grand champion. You want to know the truth?
Yeah.
But he was on. They was putting him on very good dogs. I mean, when you put a mugger on good dogs like they was putting him on, because that Vietnam dog, he was biting just as hard as goddamn Miles that night.
But what happened? But what happened? He had a when he took him to the vet, you know, one time to get him checked out, he found out he had a I don't know, it was a spinal problem. It was something else that he had.
Yeah, he had a broken spleen.
Yeah, he had a messed up spleen. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what ended his career.
Yeah.
Boy, that damn Vietnam match, boy, that showed you what kind of bulldog he was, though. I mean, both of his matches were great matches. I can't say nothing bad about either one of them. There wasn't no walk through the park. But
He
boy,
some good kennels too.
yeah, they had good dogs, but they couldn't handle that mouth. That damn Miles Davis boy had a mouth.
Give a big shout out to my man Havoc 360. What up, fam?
Now, can I ask the question, man? I got one question to ask you, man. Being you've been around them, now you wasn't an alligator man. You just had alligator dogs. But do you and anybody else out there know anything about two plumbers or two plumber alligator dogs?
No, I no.
I'm just asking.
Not that I know of.
You know, anybody else out there? I mean, I just want to know. Cause they talk like we supposed to know there was two plumbers out there. Well, the only one I've ever heard of was Plumber's alligator.
Didn't know who. I just know that dog because I know somebody who got dogs off, and that's the Masons had that shit. They racked. That was their shit.
And Gary Hammonds had a lot of them alligator dogs, and I don't remember him having two sets of different kind of alligator dogs. You.
No, and Tom and Curry, the Curry brothers down there, they had it real tough. They had the stuff that was they had a lot of alligator nigga stuff. They was the one that owned the three-legged diamond dog.
Mm-hmm.
He was real good. I don't know how he bred. If you could pull him up, he was real good.
What's his name? What's his name? Three-legged diamond?
Yeah, three-legged diamond.
Okay, hold on, guys.
I want to give a shout out to my man Rico Jackson. No, Rico, we never did any breedings together. Not that I had anything against Big Bro.
He been kind of giving me dogs forever. He keeps trying to make me drive down there.
Yeah, that's what they. That's what they told me.
Y'all. He tried to blackmail me. He told me give me a good dog off of that goddamn great dog he got down there. If my daughter drove me down.
That's what they used to tell me. If you come up here, you can get it. You got to come get it.
I mean, look here, man. My daughter was ready to drive me that night. She said, Dad, if that's what you want, I will drive you that night. I said, girl, if I drive you down there, I'm going to be wanting some of that great shit. I'm going to be wanting some of that shit he don't want to give me. Damn it. But we're going to get together because he know what he got over there. He got that Mayweather stuff. He got a lot of stuff going on over there. I'm just trying to get myself together, get myself healed up. Because I told him I was going to beat him down there before he come here. Okay, now you said three-legged diamond dog, right?
Yeah.
Okay, J-Bo said the other alligator got Jeep all in it. Hey, J-Bo, was he the alligator? Did Plumber have that? Was there another? So was that a Plumber alligator? Was that his name, Plumber alligator? Just wanted to know.
Yeah, we seen. Yeah. This dog is in that other pedigree and on Standing Man, ain't it?
You ain't put it up yet, Mo.
Okay, hold on, my fault.
My man, Horsepower said there is another plumber, but he's not the alligator's plumber. And this plumber don't have alligator dogs.
Okay,
and
so
he's decades younger than the plumbers. Okay.
Well,
I only knew Plumber alligator by just the stories, and that's what Mason was known for. So you know, when you start hooking up with people and you start saying, "Damn, how that damn dog bred?"
Why would I know nobody any damn way? Okay, I mean, I was just making sure we weren't talking about the same damn. You know what I'm saying? I ain't being feisty about it.
J-Bo said, "Read that again." Oh, big shout out to my man SBC. What up, fam? Okay, two different plumbers. My man Cosmic California. There's Plumber, and then there's Plumber, spelled different. Two of them different.
Okay, that is not the same damn thing.
Yeah.
Well, we got the man right here who run Plumber's Alligator Dog, so he would know which Plumber dogs he got. So
we all saw that tonight.
We already see how that spread. And I don't remember, did the other Plumber Alligator have as much success as the other Plumber Alligator? You know, was there a difference between them, or was there some type of likeness that we need to be talking about? That's all. Because I only knew of one.
All right, big bro, I got him up on the screen here.
That's him. Three-legged diamond.
He had 3 legs like a mug too, didn't he?
Looked like Cody, didn't he? Don't he?
Yeah.
She was fine though. She was like,
no, I'm talking about that leg. Remember her leg?
Yeah, all the way up. Yep.
He threw some shit too, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
But wouldn't you call the alligator stuff Tudor Daibo, man?
That's exactly what it is. It's the old Tudor Daibo tri-hand rascal stuff.
Okay. So we still talking about the same old dogs. Like I always said, all that shit always go back to that Carver Tudor shit. There's so many great dogs that came down off of that combination line of dogs, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when you add Kobe to it, just like they did with Jeep, Kobe, and Red Boy, you know what I mean?
Right.
You look at that register of merit list, you notice all of them go back to Carver.
Big shout out to my man Tan. He said, "Welcome to the Shark Tank, Tan." He said, "Doc said when Miles finally got him, JoJo went into shock and showed me the vet
I was
bill."
right there. Yes, sir. I was there. We saw it. When Miles finally caught up with JoJo, every time he hit JoJo, he broke something. That's how it went. It wasn't like JoJo wasn't a bulldog. JoJo just got broke down. I mean, every time he hit him, he was breaking something. That's all it was. JoJo was a good ass dog, but goddamn it, Miles was biting like, what the hell? He didn't have to bite him too many times to break him up either. You know, he was hitting him and he was causing a lot of damage. When I say he caused a lot of damage, JoJo he was a game ass dog, but boy, look here. All I can tell you is JoJo was a damn good dog. He just got broke.
I'm gonna give a
every way he hit him, he broke him.
Big shout out to Universal Soldier Kennels. He said, "Salute, gents." Probably talking about Plumber Ron. He had good dogs.
Plumber Ron. We heard of Plumber Ron.
You know.
Yeah, Plumber Ron. Yeah, we heard of Plumber Ron. That is not the same thing. Nowhere close
to alligator. Do we? No.
I mean,
okay, we're gonna.
That's what you're talking about when you got. I'm not gonna even say nothing. I'm just gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna pull up Plumber Ron. Yeah, we know Plumber Ron.
Let me see. Horsepower said it's the Daibo Kobe cross. It's been done so many times. Triple M just had it cross their way. This is true. But you know what? if y'all think about it though, there's things that happen in history that makes other people stand out based off of the way they might have been the same type of breedings, but it was something different that made their shit different than everybody else's, because nobody had the impact that Triple M and those breeding had on the game. And that's the part that I be like, there's not too many breedings that haven't been done. Everybody had their own little recipe, but sometimes it does matter who has the dogs. Oh, let me get you. You ready for that, Mo? Let me get that back up there. There you go.
That's a Plumber Ryan dog. And then look, they ain't playing. They got it with the B.
Go back, Mo, because it disappeared.
It disappeared? Okay, hold on. Let me stop it. Start it up again. Now, I want to know about Smiley and Weirdo.
You can barely hear you, Mo. Come back to the mic.
Me. That's somebody else.
You said you want to hear about Plumber.
That ain't me. That's somebody playing the tape back. That's Triple M doing that. Who was first, Weirdo or Smiley? See? That ain't me. Okay, that's one of them right there. Now they had,
you notice they spelled Plumber Ron's name with the B instead of the 2 M's.
Right. And where do you see some nigga at? And then, we got Mama calling me. Hold on, Mike. Let me put this on mute.
Okay. Tell him I got the link for him if you want it.
Yes, sir, baby.
I see Horsepower. He said, yes, they had the right dogs. I'm just saying they plenty Daibo Kobe crosses that went well. You have to have the right dogs. That's true, Horsepower. And then the right person got to have the right dog. You know, that really mattered. Because, you know, we're speaking about Plumber Ron, but Plumber Ron has some damn good dogs. We're finna go over them because there are 2 plumbers, but we was dealing with the alligator shit. So really didn't have, the other one didn't have nothing to do with it.
Hey, Mike, put the link down.
Okay, it's coming up now.
Okay. It's coming up now, big bro.
There you go.
There it is for you, big bro. He said he heard us talking about Ready to Rumble's champion Cody. He's gonna come up and then where's it at, Mike? I don't see the link.
It's down there.
I must need to come all the way down. Okay, he's in.
Okay, we have accent. What's up, bruh? Y'all, we gonna welcome my brother to the house. I got Triple M and my main man Mama in the house. What up, fam?
What's going on, brothers?
Nothing much, man.
What? Thanks for coming in, big bro.
Oh, no problem, bro. I was just sitting here listening, and I heard y'all talking about Ready Rumble's champion Cody and how she was bred and everything. So I had to comment because I conditioned Cody for all 3 of her matches.
Y'all hear that, right? All 3 of them.
Yeah, she was a great bitch, one of the baddest 35-pound bitch in the world. And she was sired by Fiera's Spark Plug, the registered merit dog. And her mother, Jeff and them called Trina, she was a real heavy bred bingo bitch off of bingo. Pure red boy bitch. That was her mama. And she had litter mates that won matches too.
Yeah, I've seen that in the journal. You know that I've seen that in the journal too, big bro. I've seen
it was in the journal.
You handled didn't you handle one of them? I think it was it was conditioned.
I conditioned Cody I conditioned and handled Cody for all 3 of her matches.
That's what I thought. Okay. I know I saw it in the journal that you handled and conditioned. That's right.
Yeah. She was a hell of a bitch. We beat. I can't remember who all we beat. We beat Big J from Fort Wayne. If you knew Big J, remember Big J?
Mm-hmm.
He's gone now, but that was one of them. He had a bitch right off a tramp, Ramrod's tramp that we beat. But she was a hell of a bitch, man. I mean, she was bad to the bone.
Was she just rough?
Yeah.
Cause you know
she
you
was
like
tough.
that rough ass shit. You know what I mean? I ain't never seen that but rough come out of your shit, out of all y'all hands. I mean, people don't understand. I don't think they understand what I be trying to say when I say rough. Because for me to learn how to win, being around you guys, I knew game just wasn't shit to me after seeing y'all shit. Okay. I mean, with all the people in the great kennels I've been around, one thing I noticed about all the great dog men, when you brought your shit in, all y'all shit was on another level when it came to being rough. You know what I'm saying? I put it like that. If you got a rough dog, you know, I noticed that your game just ain't being checked as hard as the dog you own. You know, and sometimes you have to run into another rough dog to prove a point, to show you how game you can be and continue that roughness. But man, that's what I had to vamp and learn. I'm just lucky. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I'm just lucky that I ran across Mayday in Grand Champion Ace. You know, that gave me, I feel like I'm like y'all. Y'all know how y'all stumbled into y'all own line and had y'all rough ass dogs and shit. That's how I felt. You know, I done ran into me some shit. Now I got me some rough ass shit. And I have something to prove to my peoples that I can do what y'all doing. You know, and learn from what y'all watch every single one of you guys. And I knew what kind of dog it took to win out there. So I take pride in that thought, you know, cause I would have never been able to get it and understand it unless I was there to see it. And without y'all being around and bringing me in, I would have never had the opportunity of seeing the great dogs that I had a chance to see. And the dog men that had them.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a couple more I seen in there, Mau, that you be conditioning. You were doing a couple of good days.
Pit Dog said he had a female do 2 hours from that stuff.
Oh yeah? Who from the Ready to Rumble, Pit Dog?
Okay,
put him up.
Okay, Will.
Hold on, Will.
Mama, are you there? I see you there. I think let me check this one too. Yeah, you're having troubles.
Okay, we're getting back. Put the link back, Mike. We can get it back in.
It's still right there. We can get it.
Okay, 96072. Okay, I got you, Uncle Will. See, that's Big Brother listening, man.
Big Bro, you way back there. Big Bro playing catch up.
Trying to get back on live.
Yeah. And Will, you know, talking about that stuff up in y'all area, that's a long way from where it originated from, fam. That's for damn sure. He said it was down off that Lester.
Only thing about
he had that yo-yo shit in it.
You pull it up.
It's a 216 Bulldog. That got to be Triple M.
It is. Just Moody.
I did. I don't know.
You get it? You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, regular Rumble or just straight Rumble.
That ain't me.
No, that's Triple M. Hey, bro, I hear you. You can. Let me see. I'm not. Mama was there. I need to put that link back down there just in case, because he's having problems. I think.
Cody, I was thinking maybe
Yeah, Triple M way off. He way back there.
He probably just zipped out and fell asleep. You know how he be. I tell you, put him on mute.
What to say, Twin?
You heard it. You heard it.
You know what I said? He probably was sipping and shit while he was talking. You know, he got a cocktail, boy. That boy, shoot. Think he wasn't? I know, big bro. What's up, big bro? I'm sorry, man. I gave up on you too soon. I'm sorry. You still there? He made several attempts, though. I'm just letting you know. You might have took a sipper and laid back a little bit.
Yeah, because his show way behind.
Oh, this is
nice
bread too, though. Hey, Uncle Will, you see that sexy bitch?
Yeah, he way back there, Mo. Go for it.
Yeah, you see that sexy bitch, Uncle Will? Yeah, that bitch right there. You know that going hard shit got the little mate sister up in there. Amber Dog came down off of that.
She would have had to been her little mate sister, right?
Yeah, no, yeah. Amber came up her little mate sister Gypsy.
Okay, Gypsy.
I click on it right quick and show you Gypsy. That's just Gypsy and Monkey Dust. That's a good line of dogs right there.
Okay, Mama, you back?
Yeah, my phone died, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, my damn phone died.
Just wanted to show you that one, Uncle Will. Just had to dive in there and show you that one right quick. You know, J bro, I ain't gonna let you down. But I tell you, man, you know I'm gonna go back there and let everybody know when I got one. You know, I'm gonna let everybody know when I got some good shit when somebody else putting their good shit up there. Yeah, I have some of that too there. I know that shit is good.
That's Amber shit. That's the going hard beginning of all that going hard shit. Amber.
Yeah, sure was.
Mama, you always been his phone is just dropping in and out on us, but he'll be back.
Probably got to charge up a little more. G Murphy Dollar. Yeah, that Royal Little John shit, that Royal shit is some good shit. You know, I'm always been a Savers man. The Savers stuff is my foundation.
My man Hemi said Dollar looks like he been on that mill for a minute, working it.
Yeah, we had one almost bred like that old brick and carnivore, Mike.
Yeah.
You know the combination. Cause this dog here is like really a heavy yellow dog, heavy Savers dog, red boy dog. He got the gator in there. He definitely got gator in there, the Irish Jerry stuff, but he got the Jeep red boy. Like we had the Jeep Charlie red boy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's like Big Brother was saying about, you know, they alligator crosses and the way they was doing them. You just got this certain strain line of dogs that when you do that, it's just a proven fact. It's showing you that it works. The way his combinations was working, you can see that in a lot of great bloodlines and shit. The only ones we looking at are the ones that work. That's the best teacher for anybody who's trying to learn if they paying attention.
Yeah. I wonder what other bloodlines at Triple M. I mean, they kind of stay with that line, their line of dogs. But when he start bringing that red boy into his shit.
No, the other one was when I bred to PKS Red. He had some pure Creed stuff. I bred to that. Randy ended up with one of those dogs, so he can tell you about. Mama can tell you about that.
Yeah, I think his phone kept dying on him.
They was bad, and
keep the link down there just in case you want to drop back in, money.
I did.
And,
okay.
I also had from PKS Red, the guy that was up there in Ohio. I had one of his red boy hempiel dogs that I bred to.
Damn.
That produced some bad dogs. Sure did.
Now, by the time you started doing that, you're in the late part of the 90s, ain't you?
Yeah.
Okay. That was that new shit you came through there, busting them in the head with.
Yeah, that's one of them I put on McNaster when he moved to Texas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I tell you what.
Mama back. So we can ask Mama about him.
Go ahead, big buddy. Go ahead, tell him, man, what you were talking about.
No, I had got introduced. I don't know, Mama, was that you that introduced me to PKS?
PSK, Jared, I think so. Yeah. Jared bred the red boy dogs. He was tight with whatchamacallit, what's his name, that own red boy?
Bass. He had the
Mr.
last
Bass.
double bred son.
Yeah, he had the dogs. He had the dog Little Red, who was mom and dad were both right off of Red Boy. He was tight with Bass. Gerald was a hell of a dog man.
Yeah,
and a hell of a breeder. And y'all hooked up, and I remember y'all did that breeding. With he also had the old Creed Red Devil stuff,
and
along with the Red Boy and the Cotton Bullet stuff.
Right, and that's what I bred Smile to. You remember when you got that buckskin off of Smile?
Yeah. Them was bulldogs, dude.
Yeah.
Is that the one? Is that the one you sent me up here, Harold? That I remember. I can't remember his name though.
Yeah, that's the one I sent to Buckskin Black Mass. We went up there and he had the pure. Well, it was Creed Red Devil stuff, right?
Yeah, he had the Creed Red Devil stuff.
And when we was up there, I took the little maid sister, the one that was cold, and I bred to her, and those two dogs we split up. Then I also had one of the females off the Red Boy hempiel. I bred that.
He had that too. I remember he had that too, pure.
I bred that to the nigger dog. Then I took a son of Smiley, which was Blackfoot, and bred to that, and that produced. Yeah,
I remember that. Y'all did some hellified breedings back then. I remember them breedings. I remember all them breedings.
Yeah. That Creed Red Devil stuff was something else.
Oh my goodness gracious, man, it was bulldogs, man.
Yeah,
good old Creed Red Devil stuff.
Because I think you had the one that was crazy, didn't you?
Yeah, them dogs are crazy. When you seen that Red Devil stuff, you know why they call them Red Devil. They were just wild. I mean, that was that stuff down from Wise as Max Jr., Wise as Maximilian. You remember them dogs?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Wise as Max and Wise as Max Jr., them was bulldogs.
Yes,
that's some of the first stuff we started with back in the day. Me and Big B.
Yeah, that was a good line. Wonder what happened to those dogs, though. I know they're still around, but do anybody not still that tight?
There was a guy in Ohio that still had them a few years back. I don't even know if he's still alive. He was in all the Stratton books. He had stuff off of Max Jr. His name was Weaver. Weaver, Swamp Red, Dottie, and all them dogs. Where he lived right down by Dayton. And I know a few years back, like less than 10 years ago, he still had dogs. I don't know if he still does.
That's a good cross, right? That's a good bred dog right there, though. I like that one. If I knew this dog back in the day, I'd have bred to him. He bred just like our shit.
What dog is that?
This is the Champion Champion Dollar, Murphy's Champion Dollar.
Is this the Fierre's dog?
No, this is from Uncle Willie.
Okay, I don't see that pedigree.
Yeah, Amber was bred like this top half right here. Right here. Amber, that's Amber's mother, Little May's sister. We did a lot of we did the same thing. We kept taking our shit back in the the Jocko cross, even though we had that Grand Champion Ace out, that's still, something like Jeep. It just we had the Tommy Spider Zebo in there. But we ran that shit after that. That shit worked out real good for us too. I can pull up a couple dogs, that shit was working. Like that Gator dog we had, the one we beat in 3 hours, where we took the Little May's sister and bred her to May 2. Double bred Gator bred to Double Mayday.
No. Hey, Randy.
Randy blanked out again.
Man, I want to ask him. I know he knew. He was the one to introduce me to that guy. And that guy had I think he was an instructor at the university, one of the universities up there. Real smart man, and but the dogs he was getting was just real. Yeah, when we met him, we bred to and that stuff he had was the old inbred Creed Red Devil stuff. And when we bred Smiley that stuff, man, that stuff was wow.
They said the Maximilian dogs are still around too.
Listen to me. When I told you that Beauty had that kennel fight and both of them was dead, when we lost her, it was one of those Smiley Creed Red Devil dogs that did it to her. And he was 15 months old.
I can hear your TV in the background. Triple M.
Okay, hold on.
Hey Mo, you see what Pit Dog put up, right?
Hold on.
Get that number right quick.
Yeah. And he got off the chain and jumped on her.
I gotta catch up with everybody.
Yeah, she had to be serious.
Yeah. In the storm. It was storming that night. And instead of him being in the house, he was digging up the stop.
Just to get off and go get her.
Yeah. Ran all the way across the yard to her.
Yes, sir. I will be right back, my gentlemen friends.
Hey, Triple M, somebody wanted to know, did you know Mr. Wilder's, Champion Wilder's Rawhide RO? You know anything about them?
No. I don't.
Wild as well. I know about him. You know, I'm a journal man. I know about all of them. Look at old Wiley.
You got that number? You ain't put it up yet. I'm just asking.
Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm just talking shit. I'm ahead of y'all. Cause since y'all left me so far behind.
Damn, almost 12 o'clock.
Well, I mean, when you sit back talking and sipping, you know what I'm saying? Time does fly, big bro.
Man, I ain't gotta throw that when you sipping. How you know what I'm sipping?
Because I know when you
at home, it's after 10. Shit, you started at 10.
Man, bro, you know your mouth got dry as hell with all that talking you were doing tonight. Shit. I know you didn't grab no water. Your ass was on one tonight, boy. You was hot. Okay? You put it down. And if ain't nobody understand what you were saying tonight, they don't need to be in here. They need to go back to elementary school. Tonight we out here with the big players, you know.
Hey, look at that bottom right there.
Yeah, this is Champion Hellcat, right there. Dog right here. Oh, Shady Days. You might as well throw up Coaches and all the rest of them linebackers, man. Got all the heavy hitters in the house tonight.
He had that Creed shit too.
Right down here at the bottom, the lively bitch. Am I right? What I tell you, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Now, when you start bringing that, now, for everybody who's paying attention, we went from early 80s to the 80s and then the 90s into the late 90s when we talk about Mama and Triple M. And if you haven't learned,
Uncle Willie in there now. We got to throw Wiley in there. Have anybody been paying attention to these pedigrees?
Hold on, Mo.
I mean, go ahead, Mike.
Everybody we've gone from the 80s through the 90s to the late 90s. And if you pay attention, you talk about a man who holds a legendary status, but was able to maintain, because if you keep listening to what he's saying, he's bringing other things into his foundation, but the foundation never changed. And I think that's important too. Because it's not, I have never seen Triple M and them start over. Never. There was always going to be something that they was bringing forward. Am I right, Triple M?
Yeah, it was right there.
Okay.
Like Mayweather and them, right? Like Mayweather.
Yeah. That was waiting on me, and I checked it out real good, and I was like, I can do something. Yeah, I'll help you out with that. I'll do some breedings for you with that.
You talking about me? Is that what I'm gonna be getting?
Yeah.
I mean, I was supposed to be getting some of ice cream, and that never came. You know, I'm just waiting. I've been watching. I've been keeping my eye over there. I've been keeping my eye on all y'all.
He's gonna be shocked when we show up at his door, though, Mo. Watching.
He's gonna be shocked because he know I'm coming. He ain't gonna be shocked because he know I'm coming. Remember, I've been sick and everybody. I got shut down. I done missed 3 breedings and all kind of shit. Okay. So I'm telling you now, I'm back in shoes, not no full shoe, but I'm back moving around. You know, so I'm getting ready to go home too. Time for me to make me a hall run. So I know I got to pass my mile. You know, I'm gonna be showing proof of life. I'm gonna be stopping by, seeing everybody. I've told you, when I write my book, I gotta make my runs. I gotta go get me my shots with J-Bo. I gotta catch up with Pit Dog. I gotta check up with Mama. I gotta check in with Triple M. You know what I'm saying? I got all these people I gotta check in with, man.
It's getting late.
I want to run around and start and show everybody. Yeah, I knew all them guys. Yeah, I mean, when I get on this thing right here, everybody think I'm full of shit. But I'm guess who's bringing these people on the show?
Hey Mo, he said, what's the name? Said hit Johnny Red, Johnny Walker Red. He said show him. Cause I know Triple M was talking about him earlier. Hold on, let me bring that up right quick. You got to share it, Mo. Hold on, I know you don't. There you go.
You see that stabber shit in there, yo? What I tell you about that stabber and that Fitzwater Cody, that Bolio, huh? I be trying to tell y'all, man. Some of that shit can't be denied. Here go another example. You look at Wiley, you look at Wiley and look at Mayday and look at this shit right here. They all bred damn near alike. It just Mayday got the damn red boy thrown in there on top of his shit. Yeah, that's a nice one right there. Mm-hmm. You already know I always talk about that stabber shit. I talk about that stabber shit, that Fitzwater Cody shit. Bolio, you know, he on that list. That's the only dog on the register of merit list to show up there a whole more than anything on there. That shit right there, Bolio and Stabber. Even when we come down to that Boyle stuff, that certain boils, dog, them real bad motherfuckers, you're gonna find that Stabber dog up in there. Dirty Mary, Stabber. You're gonna find Stabber up in there.
He said, Pit Dog said, all that creed is Stabber to red double female.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Yep.
And then Wiley, Wiley's bottom is down there like a Bolio breeding, like Mayday.
And if you check out the area that these guys, because we know the area that we talk, Mr. Turner and Pit Dog is in, they up north, way up north, like. And them dogs got around, and them doing some good ass dogs too.
Well, look, first thing we gotta explain is, here's one thing we must explain. There's not a dog man I have bought on this show that did not travel. Am I right though?
It's all right.
Everybody traveled. You give a damn where your ass was. We coming. And one I bought up on this show that did not go get their ass.
So that takes care of the backyard shit.
Period. We wasn't no local circle. We was out there always looking for the best. Ain't that what you told me? You ain't looking for the best. Don't you're slow walking because you're fucking around there. And we had to come and get your ass. We see you up there tiptoeing. You know, we lived in areas where you couldn't tiptoe.
True.
Let me stop this noise here.
Okay, Mr. Mason.
Yeah.
Triple M. I know it's getting late, and I know I got to squeeze these questions out of you while I got you here. Out of all the years outside of your line, I mean, and I'm just talking about the game in general, because not too many people were able to do some of the things like, you know, and I'm only going to speak to this to up to the 2000s. You and Mama are still two of the people that was in our circle that was able to maintain a line of dogs over a lot of years. What other line of dogs can you respect like that, being all the people that you knew outside of Mama?
Oh, man. Oh. Let me tell you, man. I hung around in a little group with some when I used to go down there and be around Meal Maker. Yeah. And there's a couple of guys, they were contractors, carpenters and stuff. I ran into them. They would come in there sometime, man, and he was dealing with some old man. They didn't really get into it, didn't say it, man, but it'd be him and his son. He didn't say a whole lot. And man, I mean, just about everything somewhere along the line have produced some real good dogs. But this guy was a white guy, older white guy, carpenter, hardworking guy. Like we were, bricklayers and stuff like that. Man, every time he came in there, he would destroy something. I'm talking about, like some of the guys tell me that Crofton used to tell me about one of the hardest miles he ever seen was the snake stuff, Snake and Snake Jr. I had a couple of guys, talk, about that stuff like that. It was 2 or 3 different. When I used to go to Louisiana and I saw some animals out of Pool Hall Red, and the stuff that Mr. Troubadour was putting down, and Drew Fall, looking at the Timex dog, and some of those animals I saw out of Duhan's Champion Pistol Pete. I mean, that put you on another level.
This was the kind of dogs that they was running?
Yeah. And I mean, sometimes things that happen, like boom, the Superman dog run into a LA. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but let me ask you about that right quick before we get off of that, because LA, when he did that, and he took a cur and did that, I always looked at, maybe it wasn't the fact that she was a cur in another man's hand. She was just got into the right dog man's hand.
He was, yeah,
That's how I looked at that situation. The right dog man's hand wouldn't beat that 4-time winner going for her goddamn championship. But what was the difference? It was in a great dog man's hands.
Right.
So I wasn't too astounded by that story, because I know LA. That's why I made that comment. He wasn't a crazy man for taking a cur. He was the right man to take a cur, because that makes me question the man who had him before. But then I don't take nothing away from Phil either. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I just looked at that story in a kind of a different way, because I think the success of a dog really does depend on the man who's got the dog. That's all.
Yeah.
But you've seen a lot of these great kennels, and some of these guys that you mentioned, these are like legendary men that we talk about. You can't help but talk about these men when we're talking about dogs. You're not the first one to talk about Doucette, Millmaker, because we always talk about these guys, because how can you talk the dog game without talking about these people?
Right.
You have to. You're going to run into them. You're going to see them in your pedigree. So I think it's important to understand where you're coming from. But the reason I like you to have these conversations, because you know all them people and you've seen what everybody was doing. But then in the same token, you was doing dogs 20 years, damn near 10 years before we had our first dog. You know what I'm saying? But we're around the same ages, though.
Yeah, but I came behind a lot of other people that would have been out there. But I'll just say, when John 2B took us in, and like I say, and we started going down there to private stuff, and we got a chance, like I said, and you got a chance to see Drew Fall, the guy that owned Timex, and dogs that produce Timex, and Troubadour, he was a blacksmith, and you talk with him, we sitting there talking to him, and he talking to you and telling you about this and that, and and then Sam and Tom carrying him, the one that had 3-legged diamond, the stuff they was bringing in there, crossed out with this and that, and you start looking at, that put you on another level when you saw stuff like that. Duhan coming there, somebody got some dogs off of Pistol Pete, and you looking at, you know what I'm saying? And man,
You seeing the monsters.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, man, watching y'all was like that. Look at these, they got monsters.
And then you say, you know, shoot, man, that's what I'm talking about, right? I want to be on that level.
Yes, sir. Y'all hear us say that all the time. That's how we keep y'all in our conversations, because we seen y'all dogs. I'm trying to tell you, and goddamn it, y'all wasn't playing. I need some of that shit on the yard.
Yeah, and then you talk to Mama, you know, that knew some of them guys up there, man, up there that was doing certain things that he knew back then, man. It was unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah. And the competition was tough. So you knew it wasn't like you had to have good dogs in that area. Because remember, he was down there all in that Ohio area and still doing the Indiana, Chicago moves and everything, the Kentucky, everything that was in that area, all the way up to Detroit and Ohio. I mean, Akron and PA.
Or probably stuff that was even going up toward New York.
Well, that's true enough, because remember, we end up all up in New York and Jersey and Virginia on the come around before we left Ohio because of y'all. Let me see who was that.
Let me ask you. Rochester, Buffalo, Virginia, Maryland. We were running around all up in those areas.
If you had a dog that you could clone, Triple M, which one would it be?
If I could clone one?
If you could clone one, which one would it be?
Man, if I could clone a dog, it'd be Sugar Bear.
Okay.
Sugar Bear and Beauty.
Y'all might hate me to say this. And I had Brat and Little Mayday. But if I could clone one, it would be their mama. I would clone her to do it one more time.
Why would you do Bear? Sugar Bear.
Sugar Bear.
The rubber one in the litter.
Yeah.
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 The one you let get away? Is that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
That's one, two on one night.
Yeah, that's the one we sold, Giant.
Okay. Because you'd love to have that back in your hands, wouldn't you?
I mean, man, when you had something that was just, he was just so that he was just.
You got that feeling for that one when you know that's a bad motherfucker. That's all.
Yeah,
that's what I said exactly. I said the same thing about Red Ace. If I had to clone one, being that she did produce Brat and Little Mayday, I would still go back and get that bitch.
Yeah, I mean, just for its being that, but though, if it came to producing, to clone a Miss K, a Beauty, you know, something like.
Yeah. But okay, because you said Sugar Bear, and I'm like, well, why wouldn't he say Miss K? Because that was the one producing ass bitch.
I mean, now when you got when you talking about trying to build something, you have to clone another Miss K. That litter, that cold litter that produced whenever
Mike in here talk, but let's just keep it real. We're gonna talk about them fighters before we talk about that breeding shit, Mike. I just tell you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Remember, I just picked Red Ace over Brat and Little Mayday.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to look at it from Dog Fighter's mindset, because he did say Sugar Bear, but then he talked so highly of Miss K.
Okay, you got the Dog Fighter with Sugar Bear, and then you got Miss K, and definitely Smiley for the breed.
Sugar Bear got away from him.
That's a mama dog. Mama. Yeah. Man, if you got mama dog, am I right?
Yeah, but see, you can make another Sugar Bear.
Okay.
But no, he was like, well, that's just when people say, what was the bad one? Well, the bad one, the litter, then y'all really didn't get to see. But then when they be like, well, man, but the other one did this and they did, you know, a lot of them did extraordinary stuff. But I mean, But you heard the guy tell you the story. That point.
Yeah.
You heard the guy up north tell you the story.
Badass dog. That's true. My man, Mr. Will Turner said, those are the ones that words cannot describe. Just bring a smile to your face as you don't even care who knows it. Ha ha. Yeah.
You're right. I mean, everybody on the panel is a dog fighter. Shit. Everybody down there, you see me throwing up everybody else's pedigree that I know in the room. I ain't even reached out there to Super Kennels and them with Grand Champion Abbott, and you know what I'm saying? And Omega Red, they in the room. So I'm just, while y'all talking, I'm just sliding through, pulling up shit. So y'all enjoy yourself. I'm gonna be back here throwing up pedigrees and shit. These are people I know.
Yeah. I feel you on that too, Pit Dog. He said, yeah, that yo-yo bitch had that Billy in there. It was all Homer blood. Yeah, he talked a lot about that. Well, we was talking about that yo-yo shit because it was down off one of the dogs that we was just talking about earlier. Well, it's getting late, but I got to ask this one question again. Triple M, you still there?
Yeah.
Okay, because here comes the magic question. Magic question. What advice would you give based on, remember, you've been through the 80s and the 90s and primarily the 2000s. Young dog man, like us. I mean, when you first met us and some of the proteges, what is some good information you would give them when it comes to dealing with the American Pit Bull Terrier in these times?
Man, I mean, you know, man, it's just done got to the point where first you got to find somebody that's really got that sound mind, and that's, you know, these. I don't even go anywhere. I don't deal with nothing. I just breed some dogs. I don't even mess around because they, you know, you know,
yeah,
it's so man, it's done got into when I used to be with Crenshaw and Kenny Allen and Boyd and Junior Bush, you know, that owned Otis and all them guys. When I got the chance to be around them a lot of time, you know, they was always talking about the guys that's messing the game up. You know what I'm saying? And they just didn't want to, you know, deal with that. Man, they just got out there and it became, you know, this. So they speak this money thing and got outrageous. The respect. Some of them do respect, some of them don't. Man, they got you've seen it. I mean, you walked around it. You know what you know.
But the thing is, you didn't get into the selling of your dogs.
Well,
and I just wonder, you know.
Well, understand something. It wasn't that we didn't sell them. It's just that other people that we dealt, they just wouldn't buy. I mean, okay. Let's say the guys came up and they bought Triple R Rock from Bill Stewart when they was up there grabbing a couple of animals from his yard. And Bill didn't want to sell them, of course. And then they put so much money down on them that you know, he had to. And then he called my dad and told me, you know, he was cool. He wasn't trying to keep nothing secret. But the thing was, the man was saying, well, hey, they not doing anything right now. He said, man, the dogs just getting old on the train and stuff and this and that. And he said, let me call him and take y'all down. And he was just 30 minutes. Well, they didn't want to come down here and buy some little mace to rock or out of another breed, but they would buy from somebody else if they had the dog. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
James didn't, and that was the deal. You know, you take somebody that will go over here and buy this dog from this man wouldn't go into my pops, but they'll buy a dog from him, but wouldn't come buy a dog from us.
Well, do you think it was the color barrier?
Oh yeah, it was a color barrier.
Well, why don't you just say that then? You don't make it up. Just they need to know. Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was. Now, when my father and them died, and I had Poe Man, I had the Wall Boys, it changed then. You understand?
Mm-hmm. Because you start going to beating them up. That's why it changed. Them same guys who was beating their shit. Tell them.
You know, it changed then. When Miles did Vietnam Kennels in that night, I remember a guy bought one right then from me. And didn't say, hey, don't tell nobody else. I don't want nobody. You know, things change.
Mm-hmm.
You know, things change at that point. But when they died, it probably got to the point that we always wanted to get it together. But when all three of us was there then, and it changed later on. But at first, you know, now I wouldn't say that Kenny Allen was talking about. He was talking about breeding Smiley to Tornado, and he was talking about buying a couple of dogs, but he didn't live through that night.
Mm-hmm.
When some things like that happen.
Well, I gave Kenny I gave Kenny somewhat of a pass because he did not hesitate in dealing with the brothers. You know what I mean? Because he was open to it, and he wasn't like the ones, you know, like when we started out in the 80s and hearing the bullshit and the little attitudes. The same thing you were talking about. They would get mad because he was selling dogs to the brothers and shit. So, but there were some guys that just, you didn't see that in them. Like, I never seen it in Super Nat. I never seen it in Mr. Edwards or Atlas Brewer. You know, just never, or Triplet or the Robinson. Those are white people that we knew were dog men, that they didn't show the bullshit that actually went with it. But the stories around the people that was in their area, they could not believe that they was even doing business or giving us dogs. So I always felt like, you know, was it a racial barrier or they just knew y'all wasn't going to do shit right with the dogs? You feel me?
Well,
did you ever feel like that?
It's just like when Jared told my dad we want to breed Beauty, but I mean, we pretty much knew that Jeep wasn't producing none, but he said, man, you get a bad one out there, let's breed it back. And then it was, Beauty popped up. But then when we talked to him, he said that his friends was mad at him. His friends mad at you because you done sold these it's just like when I finally in the 90s were there. Later on, when somebody told me, man, said, Don, let's say call him, man. And they gave it a number. I was down there with the Wall Boys, and I called him. And he was telling me how the folks was mad at him because they thought he had given us some dogs that he had hid that he wasn't telling nobody about, and all that kind of stuff. Like Gary said, his friends was mad at him. You know, they was mad at you, but I wasn't the first black guy to have a Jeep dog or nothing like that. But what happened later on, you know? So, you know, and he told us that. Hey, all my friends mad at me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And when I told Crenshaw about it later on, you know, Crenshaw laughed about it.
Well, so with the younger generations now, I mean, we were based off of things that we were actually seeing in good dogs. A good dog, I mean, after being around, my way of thinking about them is not going to change. But I think if you're going to be selling dogs and producing dogs, it's still the fame of the dog is always going to be fall on not just the breeder, but the person with the dogs. And I just don't see the history being created like it used to be because of the time. So is the breeding part even, does it carry as much weight as it used to from your point of view?
Man, I mean, just the respect. You know how it was just when you got with those guys, man, the respect that was there when you was around. There wasn't nobody over talking each other or clowning, or it was like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like if we went to Illinois, where they automatically gave you a half a pound for travel. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't tripping about an ounce or something like that. You know, hey man, you coming this far? Okay, well you got a half a pound for traveling, man. You coming this far? And you don't hear nobody saying that.
And the hospitality was a little bit different because it was almost like you ain't never met these people before, but they treat you like y'all been knowing each other your whole entire life.
Yeah. Yeah. You go somewhere and say like they had something on a holiday and you was going on a holiday. And when you got there, man, and it might be Thanksgiving or something. They had the Thanksgiving, they had the Thanksgiving stuff all set out for you to eat and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't cost you nothing.
Yeah, showed you a good time.
Yeah. And I'm not saying it's still a few people like that. It's still a couple of ones here and there that are like that. I run into them, but you know, it's just, a lot of this other stuff done got outrageous, man. It's not about the animal, you know. I'm finna go hog hunting in about a week, so.
Mm-hmm. Now you wouldn't.
Don't put that video up.
Yeah, let me know. I'll put it up for you. Hey, but when you wouldn't. I mean, you got the recognition. You got, you're a legend in the game. Your blood has been proven over 40, 50 years. You never wanted to take advantage of the popularity and just sell people good dogs? Or were you always in the lab trying to still create better dogs for yourself? Just to have.
I mean, it kind of took off a little bit back there. Like I said, after my dad and them got it, kind of got where it needed to be, with the help of Po Boy and the Wall Boys. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Some things happen, you know. Mao, you know, people that knew, you know, I was able to sell dog here and there and stuff, but just kind of kept on to it and kept on staying in the lab and trying to mix up something. But you know, it did get like that for a little bit, and but But you know, for the most, you know how it was back then. Different people.
Yeah.
But being around, like I say, for the last time, being around people when you got a chance to be down there, and you got a chance to be around Troubadour, and you got a chance to be around, you know, Ari Falls, those brothers and stuff, people like that, man, that brought you in, that was good. Man, the things was just different. And if some of these young cats would have the chance to even be around a crew like that, they would really see something. They would really see what it was really about.
Mm-hmm. Well, we try to get them close to by having people like you and Mama and some of the others to just get on the bus and just put yourself in these men's position, because we can tell you how bad they dogs was, but it was nothing like seeing them. It was nothing like watching not just a dog, but watching this man and these men as kennels. You know, you look at their dogs and you be telling yourself, you be saying to yourself, that is a damn good dog. I need some of that on the yard. Because that's what you're going to go home thinking. You're going to be thinking, do I have anything like that on the yard?
Oh,
and you
yeah.
don't get that through just a conversation. You get that shit by seeing it. Am I not lying, man?
Oh, man. You wouldn't know what to do. You see there and you see a son and a daughter go off a Pool Hall Red and Timex and the old Troubadour stuff and stuff like that, man. It's totally different.
Some dogs was representing the bloodline, though.
Yeah.
That shit that was coming off of them was representing hard.
You know.
And did it for years.
Yeah. I mean, just imagine if you was up in the other part of the state and you were seeing that Maximilian stuff and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Because y'all never even, I don't even think Mayday dogs even made it out that far, did they? I mean, y'all heard about them. That's how you wound up going into them, but it wasn't like they was some big, phenomenon at the time.
Yeah, well, just like when I got the Red Boy dog back in the 80s, the first thing Michael George said, I don't know nobody down there. He had one dog going to Texas, and like Gary said, I don't know nobody in Arkansas. you know what I mean?
Right.
He heard of this person, that person, but just for us really knowing, he didn't know nobody. When I showed a Jeep Pedigree, man, they didn't know what they was looking at.
This is true. And I guess it had a lot to do with, but then we ran in a certain circle. So I can't really leave it out because of all the people that you knew and all the people that we knew through you and Mama. I mean, that list just got bigger because you're moving around these people in this big, gigantic circle that, you couldn't help but see good dogs and then being around you good people. It was almost like this is the norm. You know what I mean? This was the norm for us.
Kicking it, around with the stuff that was in that area, But you had the older guys that was out there in certain areas, like with Kenny Allen and guys that knew him and Danny Burton, stuff like that. Those guys that came around that I got a chance to meet. I remember when I sat down with Danny. I mean, he told me a lot one day because Danny's the last living protege of Tudor. And man, he can really tell you some stuff too.
Well, they did say legends make legends, and who's to say Danny Burton is not a legend? You know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah. He the last one living that was one of Tudor's original proteges. and can still tell you all about it.
Yeah, because them stories is in books.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all stories not in books. That's
Yeah.
what we try to do. We try to open up the avenue and give everybody an understanding and insight, because your names, you're in books, but you're not in as many books as they are. Well, I think that really takes away from a large part of the game. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So I'm glad you come in and you share that with them, because that's something is one of the major reasons why we do this show. Not for you to be insulted or people have their little bullshit shit to say, because, you know, I don't take to that, because I feel like you got to be out your mind and be, you know, to talk shit about somebody like you or mama or some other people we name when you ain't never had anything close to that. That kind of shit like that, that's a turn off for me. But to understand the people who want to hear these things, I think it's important from the you know, to get a grasp going, to get a grasp on part of the history that's not in a book, but you're not reading it out of a book. Now you're hearing it come from the original Triple M. You know, you're telling your story, and it's a damn good story, bro. And remember, I got a chance to be a part of that story, you know, a lot of our years. And, you know, we still talk about you. The Wall Boys talk about you. The Plow Boys talk about you, because those are the people that you had major impacts on in their bulldog lives. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
They got their own stories to tell about you, don't they?
Oh, man, yeah. You know,
until you start bringing them around, they're going to get lost in the history of this whole thing. When really, you know, I say that about our proteges. When the time comes, you know, it's going to be left up to them to tell their story. But they're always going to be a part of my story, just like they're going to always be a part of your story. And I just hope that day come that they be willing to do what you're doing now, and that is sharing your story. Because if you don't share it, how would they even know? And that's what's important to me. People like you cannot be forgotten, because your dog's going to be going on and on and on and on throughout history, as long as history is going to take it, because of the impact that they actually had on this game, where I can still talk about those dogs in 2026, and people still going to know them.
It is some nice young guys out there, man, that's serious about it.
Yeah.
They're serious about it. They, you know, if they can grab a hold to it and keep on rolling, I ran across some nice young guys that's real serious, old school serious about it, you know. And
but then the ones you don't talk about, because they're the ones that be the most quietest about it, but doing the best, doing the things that they need to do with them.
Yeah.
And that part of the game I respect, because the basement's gonna always be there, as far as I'm concerned. As long as it's in their heart to do, they're gonna be just stupid, just like we were. You can call it stupid all you want, but hell, we all took the risk. We all know what the fuck we was doing.
Yeah, it's another guy that, man, I talked to Mama about a lot of times. I asked about him, man. He was super up on it. And you know about him, the Kingfish Kid.
Yes, sir.
Y'all, you know, his family, his dad was nice. That family, they've been in the game over 100 years. You know, with his grandfather. And man, that's another one that could just really tell you about a lot of stuff. And,
yeah, I got pictures. I remember. I got pictures of him, bro. Remember you gave me all the L.A. Sent all those pictures of Kingfish Kid.
Yeah.
And I got that picture of him and his dad, and got him in, you know, carrying a dog up in the box and all that shit. That was L.A. that sent me that shit, wasn't it? Me and you was on the phone that day.
That might have been.
Send me all those pictures.
Well, all three of us, because he was telling me the story about the cloning shit.
Yeah, you tell about the cloning and shit.
Yeah.
Got
You
that boy.
talking about super smart, super intelligent.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to tell you, man.
Ooh-wee.
He told us, boy, that was one of the best conversations I had with a person outside of this bulldog, but knew everything down to was he one of the kind of genetic motherfuckers or something?
He's an engineer.
A genetic engineer or a building engineer?
No, mechanical. He's a mechanical engineer.
Okay.
Now I don't know what else now, but I know he's a hell of an engineer.
Because he knew every damn thing about that damn cloning and the medicine and the DNA and all that kind of crazy shit. He was dead ass serious. Remember, he the one that turned this on and told us he owned his own sperm bank, and he was trying to tell, he the one that outside of him and Tom, but LA was the first one that gave us that information to go get that license to do your own artificial insemination and saving your sperm. Through that conversation we had that day.
Yeah, sure did.
The next time I heard that place to go get the certification, we was down in Tom's little underground thing, and Tom had said the same thing. He said, "Look, I'm gonna give you this information. You go get this thing, and when you get done with the class, come back and see me, and I'll hook you up with the equipment." So those are moments that I always look back on like, shit, this is what you call serious. LA was serious as hell, and so was Tom. Trust. Damn, you just firing bulldogs all over the place, ain't you?
Hell yeah, we all go ahead and talk. Y'all bulldogging. I'm sitting here I'm bulldogging with you.
Yeah, y'all lock yourself out. My phone about to run out of juice, so.
Well, big bro, it is always a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure doing that part 2 with you, man.
That part 2. You clear up a lot of things tonight. Trust and believe. This one here was meant for the record books.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to guess or worry about what Triple M gonna say. And big shout out to the Shark Tank because
I got one more question. Don't give me the Gatorade shit. Now that was for the audience. Okay, I'm not letting this shit go, bro. Bro, you come on, man. Now you can't just do that. You got to give us something. You got to give us some go, man.
When you get well, and you come on up here and stay here, and I'm by myself, so you come here and stay here, and we cook out and kick it, and we go cover a whole lot of stuff.
Okay. Don't worry, fellas. I got y'all. I got my audience. Y'all heard that, right? All I gotta do is get there. Yeah. You're right. Now
you wouldn't have no problem with us doing the show from there, then, right?
No.
Hey, you want me to bring some girls?
Yeah, you can do that too.
Okay. Shit. That's good. Yeah, but we can travel with. I go right and grab me something to travel. Come on, girl. Let's go travel, y'all.
We're gonna do that though, Triple M. Ben, did you say you there too? Oh yeah. Be something to work with. Definitely have some fun.
Yeah.
No, I was pulling up all the champions of the dog man that is in this room. I ain't pulling up all they shit, but look, every dog man in this room, I done pulled up their winners. So all these little clapping ass, whining ass people always trying to put our dog man down on this show. Every champion y'all seen me pull tonight up on this show tonight, they in this room, or they be in this room, or been on this show. You know what I'm saying? So just wanted y'all to kick back there and enjoy that shit that I was putting up. And I tell you again, if you notice in every one of these breedings, every one of these dogs was built with the formula. Every single one of them. You didn't see no double bred cross stupid ass breeding in none of these damn great dogs. That's how that shit's supposed to go. And I ain't put up none of my shit. Okay? I ain't got to. I'm like J-Bo right now. I ain't putting on none of my shit. Okay? I'm still at the gate.
I want to give a big shout out to Triple M, fellas. Before he get up out of here, I need y'all to do me a favor, because I don't know when the next time we might see him. But again, the fact that we done seen him in 2 shows, hey, we really appreciate that. Now I need y'all to give back. You know, give back. Now I ain't see no super chats and no super stickers, but then we don't need all that to show some appreciation. But what I do need, I need some goddamn thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Muscles, muscles, muscles. Now, give the man his damn roses. Roses. He need damn roses. Show your love. Hey, big shout out again to Triple M fellas. Look, remember, this don't cost you nothing. Hit that like button for free. Hit them thumbs up, all free. The information you got tonight, the information you got from the last show, from the legendary Triple M, didn't cost you a dime. Now, I know he didn't give you everything you wanted. Everybody wants this formula, but he answered everybody else's questions that he could answer, that I could see. Which the hell, that deserves something. All right? So show your love. Triple M, before that phone die out, I just want you to know, man, they showing the love. Oh, you still showing shit.
Hey.
Triple M, did the phone go yet? He ain't disappeared. Big shout out to my man in the wood. What up, fam? I see you. Yeah, his phone might be on the blank mode.
Hey, man, it was great while we had him, though. We burned that battery out, baby.
Yeah. Big shout out to my man Cedric. I see you, fam. Small time Kennels, I see you, fam. Hey, Charlie Richardson. What up, fam? Appreciate the love, fam. Let me take care of Charlie right quick. Welcome to the Shark Tank, fam. Who else did I miss out there? I know SBC. I just want you to know if you're still out there, fam. I seen you. Hey, fellas. Eclectic Divas in the house. I seen you, fam. Appreciate the love as always, fam. I know I missed that. And I'll be scared I'm going to mess the name up because, you know, but I'm going to just hit it with the Divas. Appreciate the love, fam. Hey, fellas, look. We don't know everybody in the game, but when you know enough people in this game, that's where all the stories come from. You know, it's good to have somebody that can sit there and just tell their story. You know, that's what makes this channel, you know, we try to make it exciting because we don't have to hear it through the grapevine when we could try to get the grapes right here and here come right out the horse's mouth. So I think for anybody who shares an experience and that much information and pay close attention while they talk, because if you just pay attention to what they're talking about and then dive into just some of the pedigrees that we show and just get a grip and understand, take what you see and apply it to what you hear, and then you make your own conclusion and you're going to use what you know works for you. You know, that's the sole purpose of sharing the information.
You got something to work from, you know.
You got, at least you have some type of foundation to work from. Big shout out to my man, Guy Ghostin, coming through with a 10-piece showing you love. I see you, Guy. I know you be hiding out there on the back street, but I'm glad to see you pop in. You popped your head in. You know, I definitely appreciate you when you're coming in like that. But it's just good to know you still out there, fam. Appreciate the love. Fellas, this game ain't meant for everybody. I tell y'all that all the time. And that's not to put anybody down. I'm dead serious. If we're going to be talking bulldogs, we're going to be talking some bulldogs. And you got to be really into these bulldogs to even be, to even consider trying to accomplish some of the things that some of the men have been able to do. That's all. We're just showing you this is what the great ones was doing. This is what the great dogs look like. This is why we can talk about these dogs. We're not trying to say that you can't do it. That's not our issue. It's not about can't. Because anybody can.
We're showing you the past.
We're just showing you this is what the past looked like. And we was around long enough in this game to meet a lot of damn people and a lot of years seeing these great dogs. And not everybody has that opportunity, especially to do it at that level. But just because we was on that level, that was only because of the people we was playing with was on that level. And how you gonna be around them kind of people and not want to do what they doing? Somebody got to get me to understand that part first. Because if we wasn't able to do what we was doing and was able to do and what our proteges was able to do with them dogs, then we ain't supposed to be shit in this game.
We wouldn't be doing this podcast. That's what that
I sure enough wouldn't be doing this podcast. Because without them, we wouldn't have nothing to talk about. And they sure wouldn't have no reason to be talking about us and the things we all did together. We didn't have something. And no, fellas, it wasn't about the pretty bitches. It was really about the dogs. So when I sit back and try to get you guys to enjoy this show, enjoy it for what we put it out there for. This is not for the bragging. This is not for anything but the entertainment purposes. But the historical part of it is what really matters.
I'm bragging. All this shit I'm putting up tonight.
Well, I'm leaving you to do that. And
that's right.
Trust me, all you got to do.
We're supposed to brag about our shit. You got
you don't have to say nothing. All you got to do is do what you're doing.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. You're like a dog man now. If you're gonna brag about it, stand on it. You know how that go back. And we talking about on the bus days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you don't have to say that.
So somebody can call your ass out. They think they got a good one.
Yeah, but my thing is on this YouTube shit, everybody talk that shit. But see, here I be like, you just keep doing what you doing because you don't have to say shit. All you got to do is show shit. And every time that you do go pull up one of your dogs, regardless of what anybody damn it say, you can always do that because this is your channel, whether they like it or not. The fact is, yeah, our yards wasn't looking no different than anybody else's yard who was doing something, had something to talk about in the yard. And when you get to this point, you should be able to show what the fuck you was doing in these dogs to be able to talk about it. Right. That's the only thing that matters. Doesn't say what part of the game you had to be in. All you got to do is just let your work speak for itself. And when you've seen as much as these guys have seen, and I always give a big shout out to my man J-Bo because he's one of them, and Mr. Will Turner, Mr. Burning Star. You know, there's a couple more people out there that I know just in that chat room. Vance 305, Fort Lauderdale D. You know what I mean? I don't want to get these guys because I know they out there. Mr. Willie McNeil, if you're out there on the back street, I see you. Uncle Willie, yes. These are people that I know.
Don't forget Loctite.
Pompano. Well, I mean, I'm not trying to go down through the list more. I'm talking about what I know is out here in this goddamn chat room.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. These my back
Pit dog. I'm talking about people in the chat room.
Okay,
people out there on the back street that I know they be sitting back there. They drop in and let you know I'm out here. Mile. These are people that I know had great dogs. They was a part of that thing. Some of them don't like to share their story. They just like to just sit back and enjoy and listen to it. And I'm cool with that. Because if that's what we can bring to the table, at least they know we're going to be bringing some real shit and we're going to be talking about some real goddamn bulldogs. And I think that's what, as long as we can keep doing that and we can keep being informative. And that's what it's all about, informative. We are trying to inform you that, yes, there is a history to these dogs, and it was long after Tudor and Crenshaw and all them other damn people. There's a whole new line of people in them eras, and we was a part of that history. Yeah, we can talk about that shit back there, but we need to talk about that other shit. And that's why you always gonna find us running into our shit and everything through them 90s and the early 2000s. Yeah, you're gonna see that shit until you get tired of seeing it. But you didn't get tired of saying Daibo. You didn't get tired of saying Jeep. Don't even want to hear Mayday.
Rascal.
Don't even talk about Buck no more. You know? There's so much that you don't talk about when you're dealing with these bulldogs. You better pay attention to goddamn it what worked, because it ain't the first time it worked. Maybe you're just not smart enough to see it, but once that little light bulb go off in your head, regardless of what you're doing and how you're doing, the one damn thing for damn sure, you shouldn't have to talk too much for your dogs. Let your work speak for itself.
Mm-hmm.
Because when the time comes, you're going to really have something to talk about, because you're going to have a whole lot to show.
That's all it's about.
And that's all it's about, bro. So appreciate everybody for showing up and showing out. Thank you for showing that love. Big shout out again for Mama coming through. Triple M, Mo. As usual, I know you was going to be fine pedigrees. I didn't even get to the ones that was already on the thing, because I didn't want to just get outside of what our original conversation was, because, you know, I was on Triple M tonight. So,
well, me once they got into all that greatness and shit, you know, I got all this greatness sitting out there in the audience that's just gonna keep feeding me. That's what the show's about. You know, while you handling all that, you know, I like pulling all that shit up. I like showing them, you know, yeah, we can do that over here. Because we got these kind of people over here to make our job easy. You know, that's what it's all about for me in this channel. That's all I want to do. I wanted to just show them what greatness looked like. This is how they had it. This is who's doing it. And as we listening and doing it, you know, they ain't just listening to coming from me. Because I keep telling them I'm at the bottom of the totem pole. But I have no problem making sure that y'all see why I don't have to throw my shit all in there, because y'all done seen enough of our shit to know this is where we got our shit from. So we ain't gonna never claim that we better than any one of these guys out here that we walk behind. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna never hear me bash none of them or try to act like I'm better than any of them. Because all of them was bulldogging. And I ain't ashamed to say that I was doing the same damn thing. I could feel like I was on that same damn level. Maybe not as great as them, not as far as I'm concerned, because I can't get greater than the people who I thought was great. You know, it's just a good thing that they put me up there with them and give me that love like they do. I don't need no gratification from nobody else. All my mentors saw what I did. And I can stand there next to them, and I can stand there, and to them, I got all the business in the world to stand there, right there with them.
Yeah.
They tell me that. I ain't got to brag about shit, you know, because they let me know I did a good job. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a chance to feel it like they felt it. I know what it feels like to have that kind of shit. I know what it feels like to have to go out there and feed them kind of dogs and get that kind of success. I do know what it feels like, and I ain't on no bullshit. I hear everybody about to put the journal down, but every one of these guys out here on the journal. Call the journal fake as you want, but one motherfucking thing about these people over here, we didn't make the journal fake. And you can best believe ain't a motherfucker on this show, a fake ass motherfucker on the journal, and they all in there. Haters, for those who want to hate because y'all can't do what I just did. You know, and that's why they be so quick to try to put that shit down.
That's why I don't give them too much of no conversation, because
I'm talking about the whole community when it comes to bouncing around and what we give them over here. Yeah, I'm gonna say it so they can take it back over there. Okay. Everybody got a right to move around, and like I move around. But I got a platform that I can speak up and say, you know, when you're so quick to put the journal down, that's like you putting down the people we got on this show that's all up in the journal, on the cover and all kind of shit. I'm going to say something. Got me fucked up. You think I'm going to be Mo.
Okay, Mo, you're right. I ain't got no business. I ain't even trying to stop you. So you go here and be Mo.
Damn right. I'm scratching.
No. But fellas.
Everybody's been on this show. In the journey.
Yeah. But I got you. But he right. Because when we lose that love, then we ain't gonna be doing this show no more.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's when, you know, that's when there is no other purpose. As long as we feel like there's a purpose, I can keep showing up here. Because not everybody thinks like 2 or 3 people, and I know how to deal with them 2 and 3 people. And I noticed them 2 and 3 people, I didn't see their faces in here one time, but they still notice. And this is just my little word out to you. As long as you have that blue, you are always welcome. But just know, you better come right, because I still run this house. So that's the integrity part. Talking don't get you killed. Silence does. At least around here.
Oh, yeah.
I want to give another big shout out to my man Guy Ghostin coming in. I thought I was just doing, I thought I was saying things, but he actually came back with another 10-piece. And I really do appreciate that guy.
He said, 10 more for you, brothers. Niggas don't appreciate the free game. Appreciate that love, bro.
I appreciate that, fam. I really appreciate that.
Me too. Big shout out.
Hey, man, y'all stay safe. Enjoy the damn weekend. Keep bulldogging. Here, let me get this out of the way so everybody understands. No, this channel in no way, shape, form condones, support, nor participates in any illegal state, local, or federal laws that violate the Animal Welfare Act of 1976. This channel is strictly for the historical, fictional, educational, and entertainment purposes only. That disclaimer is just meant to get you guys to understand there's nothing to be afraid of, because all we're doing is talking bulldogs. But don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already done so. And just remember, this game ain't meant for everybody. But if you choose to be in this game and have these dogs, regardless of what you do with them, try to be the best that you can be at whatever you're trying to be. But always, I mean, goddamn it, you better always scratch the win.
I better believe that. Gotta have balls to make that.
You gotta have balls to do this. You got to have balls to do this.
They both say you gotta have balls to do that shit. Y'all don't get it.
Hey, look, they
don't know how serious that shit mean, because he a dog man.
He was bulldogging.
Bulldogging.
Hey, look here, fellas. Till then, man, y'all know we be back here Tuesday. I'm gonna just do that right. Hold on, let me do this like this right quick. Hold on. No, I don't do it that way. Do this like this. Because of my man out there hanging out with us today, the fellas, they looked out for us as always, Mo. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
And we always sound the same. But the good thing about it, I can do that right there. You ain't always got to like it. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
Yeah. It's Mo and Mike in the house.
Going hard with
Hit that
the
like
legends.
button. Don't forget to hit it.
You know.
Yeah.
Yo. Twins Mo and Mike, we running this game. Legends in the making, never gonna be the same. Kennels popping hard, these game dogs raised right. The brat pretty mama, they shining so bright. La Mayday, what a day, they breathe the heat. Red Ruby L-Rod, they can't accept defeat. With 38 special and yellow bird, we top tier. Champions, grand champions, ain't no fear.
Run the register of merit, we got the elite. Mayday bug Jeep, yellow Frisco, feel the beat. Females like honey bunching out some baby we tight. Bloodline strong, spreading knowledge, taking flight. Scratch to win, don't talk about it. We the real deal, you know it's true, no doubt about it.
KPTO, the modern Earl Tudor. Got in the pack, making moves like a tutor. APT, family thick, like legends in the game. Legend of them, Triple M. Shout out the name, Deep South, Roadblock. We upholding tradition. Mama, Southern Kennels, we got that ambition. Hardcore hitter, Stone City brings the fire. The Abrahams, the fam lifting us higher.
Run the register of merit, we got the elite. Mayday bug Jeep, yellow Frisco, feel the beat. Females like honey bunching out some baby we tight. Bloodline strong, spreading knowledge, taking flight. Scratch to win, don't talk, be about it. We the real deal, you know it's true, no doubt about it.
Listen up, respect the hustle, respect the grind. Ben, Nate Dogg, putting in work intertwined. Keeping that legendary status alive, you feel? Don't hate on the ride, catch the bus, we keep it real. What's history without a future? We pay the way, Captain. We make it happen, that's the play.
So here's to the champions, run the race, stand tall. Twins, Mo and Mike, we gon' answer the call. Legends in the game, yeah, we holding it down. In the world of game dogs, we wearing the crown.
Run the register of merit, we got the elite. Mayday buck Jeep, yellow Frisco, feel the beat. Females like honey bunching out some maybe we tight. Bloodline strong, spreading knowledge, taking flight. Scratch to win, don't talk, be about it. We the real deal, you know it's true, no doubt about it.
Shout out to Ohio Cash, the man with the plan, Rastaman Boom, Schoolboy, aka the. There's levels to this game. Develop your game. Develop your game. Develop your game. Develop your game. Rob. Going hard kennels, yeah, we run this yard. Twin bosses, Mo and Mike, every day they go hard. Line stack heavy like a deck full of cars. From yellow Mayday 8s, they bred real stars. Welcome to the yard where the legends get raised, where the chain spots shine and the bloodlines praise. Grand champ King Kunta with that royal type stride. Red ruby in the pen, red hot worldwide. The brat in the cut, keep the hustle on track. Pretty mama got the look and the structure intact. L-Ride bring the heat, yellow bird bring the flame. Gus and 38 special certified in the game. What day in the ring, crowd love in the scene. Dogs moving like ghosts in the champion's dream. From yellow to buck, their foundation is tough. Yellow buck in the veins, yeah, the roots run rough. Mayday in the pedigree, ace in the spine. That old school fire still alive in the line. Twin brothers in command, pushing forward with pride. Going hard on the banner, let the whole world ride. Hard work in the yard, every sunrise earned. Legacy in the dirt, with every chain spot turn. No shortcuts taken, no champions bought. Just blood, sweat, time, and the lessons they taught. Going hard kennels, yeah, we run this yard. Twin bosses, Mo and Mike, every day they go hard. Line stack heavy like a deck full of cards. Yellow Mayday ace turning pups into stars. Sheriff Pal bought us in the game, stamp legit. Find them in tornadoes, pedigree, Hall of Fame, double grand champion, James Pogay, the formula showed how to build and sustain. Blueprints in the blood, yeah, the knowledge remain. T.O., our partner, Ohio Cash showed how to win. Turn losses into lessons, now it's trophies we spin. Mama, Triple M, deep south in the mix. Arsenal, Kennel, Stone City, solid foundations, no tricks. Hardcore, BLB up in the spec, it's 6. Yes, yes. Yeah. Tom, Dick, Todd, Tony Wade, Southern Kennels, real ones through time. Time from Pro Set, Windy City, combined in place, low tight, apex, pressure built for the chase. Gotta eat boys, black ice, hunger sharp as a blade. Third verse for the legacy, every debt fully paid. Yeah. I said third verse for the legacy, every debt fully paid.
Yeah. Better know my head, but don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code we live in the game with them pitbulls. See the proof and how to give from the pit to the trophies. Every chain, every game. Don't talk about it, be about it, be about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code we live in the game with them pitbulls. See the proof and how to give from the pit to the trophies. Every chain, every game. Don't talk about it, be about it, be about it. Most wanted kennels in the spotlight, danger alert, come with the name. Super kennels competition, all built for the fame. Work kennels was the work and work, while Cherokee kept the game strong. Evolution built a bloodline, where the heart come from. These dogs ain't hype, they the truth in the pit. Every pedigree stamp, when them paws hit the street. Ain't no fairy tales, this that real y'all grit. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the pit bull script. Shout the brothers with the backbone thick. Veer brothers, color brothers, Bishop brothers legit. They don't talk about it, they be about it every day. Put the work in and y'all let the results say. Them boys on the rise, yeah, the circle stay tight. Plow boys, wall boys, Havana boys in the fight. Different flags, same ground, same fire, same spit. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the litmus test.
Legend of doom, behind set tone. Locked tight, locked in, carved in stone. Church boys hold it with the pit bull gauge. Fruit colors on man, Sean B in the maze. Arsenal game bill, but your knife stay sharp. Only in America, walk them down, ram in the dark. DSK and Mad Ohio dog, pound by hard when they hit. Praise to the men who rock this shit.
Don't talk about it, be about it.
Yeah, they live it.
Fat boy the legend, real buster, real strong. Southern bulldog, keep the bloodline long. Latin force pressure, sniper don't miss. Shaded day, shaded with a killer instinct. Twist, super night power, unit whole rank. Boot camp, click hitting like a Sherman tank. Little fine with the vision. Tennessee dog pound, got their eyes on the pit. All legendary, really the shit. Don't talk about it, be about it.
Yeah, they built it brick by brick.
Talk about it. Yeah, they built it brick by brick. Talk about it. Yeah, they built it brick by brick. Talk about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. Don't talk about it. That's the yard law, from the pups to the legends. Everybody stand tall. Every name on this track got a story that's lit. Don't talk about it, be about it.
Every name on this track got a story that's lit.
Don't talk about it, be about it.
Call this some legendary pit bullshit, 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 pit bullshit.
Yeah, we in the trenches, feel that hunger in the air.
Yeah. Welcome to the yard. If you're tough, you can stare. Yeah, welcome to the yard. Where the chain spots shine, bloodlines run deep, every pedigree's prime. The game APBT, worldwide pride. You come correct or stay the hell outside, legacy made. We grind, we hustle. Twin bosses, Mo and Mike locked in the scuffle. Yeah, we run the yard, iron fists and grit. When the sun comes up, no, we never gon' quit. Dudo and Devo, legends carved in stone. Patrick Bolio made the yard they home. Tanned and yellow, they whisper through the trees. Echoes of greatness, feel that legacy breeze. Going hard, yeah, we run this yard. Nothing but the best. We don't play it soft, bloodlines stack heavy 52.
waste is strong in this dog-eat-dog world. We know where we belong. The yard where greatness prevail. Pressure creates knowledge and hard work. It's how history bakes. All on the fucking deal. Pressure creates knowledge and hard work. It's how history bakes. Tails in the dirt. Every chain spot turn. Lessons learned hard. Like the scars we earn. No shortcuts taken. Champions ain't bought. Just blood and sweat. This legacy taught from Mayday to Ace. Buck to G. Every warrior counts. We ain't losing no sleep. Heat like a furnace. Knowledge is the key. In the yard we trust. We got the pedigree. Feel the intensity, blaze in the fight. In the shadows of the yard, we rewrite the night. From the ring to the chain, we like kings cut out. Mo and Mike, every victory's what we shout. Going hard, going hard. Yeah, we run this yard, nothing but the best. We don't play us all, bloodline stacked heavy. 52, waist strong in this dog-eat-dog world. We know where we belong, the yard in the dirt. Yeah, knowledge and hard work. It's how history made y'all in the dirt. Yeah. Knowledge and hard work, it's how history baked. Yeah, legacy in the dirt. Yeah, feel that fame. The game APBT. Remember the name. So step back if you can't handle the heat. The yard's going hard. Put the game on repeat. It's Mo and Mike. Kings in this game, going hard. Kennels forever ain't the same, nigga.